A week on from Formula One's blast around the sand dunes in Zandvoort, we move over to round 16 of the season, back to the home of the Tifosi. It's the Italian Grand Prix here at Autodromo Nazionale di Monza. It's round 16 of the season then. Max Verstappen not winning a race then in over 2 months. By the time Sunday rolls around, it will be September. But can he get his first win in 5 races? That's going to be the question. After that, we move over to middle of September. We will go to Azerbaijan, back-to-back with Singapore. October then goes in with a month break before we head to the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. Mexico follows after, then a week later we go to November with Brazil. A little bit of a gap before back stateside to the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And then November takes us into December with Qatar, and the season rounds out on the 8th of December in Abu Dhabi. Max Verstappen leads the title, 295 points, but Lando Norris is closing him in, 225 points to him. Charles Leclerc is now in a battle with Oscar Piastri, 192 to 179. They're followed closely by Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton with 2 victories and 4 points last time out has now put him in 6th place. Sergio Perez is just holding off George Russell over 7th and 8th. Fernando Alonso, Lance Stroll and Nico Hülkenberg appear at the first page, closely in a battle, just 2 points separating them. On the second page, Yuki Tsunoda has 22 points. He's 10 clear to Daniel Ricciardo. Pierre Gasly now finally ahead of Oliver Bearman after getting 2 points last time out at Zandvoort. But then it's Magnussen ahead of Ocon, level on points. Albon a point behind them. Zhou, no points for him so far, neither for Bottas. Sargent is out, replaced by Franco Colapinto. In the Constructors' Championship, it's hotting up. Just 30 points between Red Bull and McLaren at the front, 434 to 404. Ferrari are on their own, no one else around them. Then we get Mercedes in 4th position. Then over 201 points back, we actually go to Aston Martin in 5th, who are well clear. But it's a battle for 6th, that's interesting. RB, Haas closing in on each other. Alpine getting their act together. Williams now with a new driver line to see how they're going to go in the last 9 races. And Kick Sauber still with no points on the board. Let's take a look at the Autodromo Nazionale di Monza here at the Royal Park in Italy. It's been on the calendar since 1950, a fan, driver and just about everyone's favourite, the Temple of Speed. Get a good exit out of the last corner and fire down towards the line. DRS open, 8th gear maximum. It's a long run down to turn 1 at the Rettifilio. Make sure that the car is perfectly balanced before you slam on the brakes at around about 70 metres. Into the right, left Rettifilio. Back on the power from 1st gear very gingerly as you head down, round the Curve de Grande. A long sweeping right-hander, ever building up the speed into 8th gear. Flat out maximum. Another heavy braking zone into the second chicane, the Dalla Roggia chicane. Braking 100 metres, flip the car left, right, back over the bump. Don't put a wheel on the gravel as you head down. Slightly banked is the right-hander Lesmo 1. It sort of feeds you in 5th gear, rising up towards Lesmo 2. A lot tighter, right-hander as well, downhill section of the track as you cut now with the second DRS zone. Maximum 8th gear, down underneath the old banking section as you head towards the Ascari chicane. Quick flick to the left, down from 8th gear all the way to 5th. Carry a lot of speed in, the traction will carry you flat out as you head down after Ascari towards the Parabolica. No DRS in this section as well. If you want to overtake, you have to use your ERS battery deployment. Flick the car in then as well, light down with the brakes down to 5th gear into the Parabolica. Carry up the speed, use as much exit as you're allowed as you hurtle down across the line to complete the lap. It's a short track, but it's a fan favourite. That is a lap of Monza.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Temple of Speed, where it is time for the Italian Grand Prix. Some races just have better atmosphere than others, and this is one of them. An amazing circuit, lots of straights separated by a couple of chicanes, and plenty of overtaking opportunities for our drivers coming up in this race. Cannot wait for it to get underway. We have about 38 minutes till the race is going to begin. Don't panic, don't worry. Joshua Birch and Megan Birch, they're both covering MotoGP, which you can find right now happening on JBMotorsports 2. So all MotoGP content has been premiering, live, I should say, on JB Motorsports 2 this weekend. So if you want to go find any of that, then you can do that right now. So they will be back for the race just before the race, but you've got myself for the pre-race, along with, of course, the Sky team, which we're about to head now down to as they return from their ad break. But the Tifosi all expecting a brilliant performance, but it's Papaya who have locked out the front row. Let's head down to Sky as they gather all the information before we go racing here at Monza.
For Monza near Milan in Italy, and this Grand Prix is clearly McLaren's to lose, but they've got a tough fight against them, as they all have. No Grand Prix win comes easy. Let's take a look at some starts. There's some Williams and a Ferrari down the end of the pit lane, but much, if not all, will depend on the start. McLaren have improved their getaways off the light since the last race in Holland, but at the same time, when you have the best, the quickest car like McLaren have in Formula One, maybe you don't need to do it all on the first lap. But let's talk tactics. If you can just not grain up your tyres, that's pushing them so hard that grains of rubber, just like grains of rice, form on the contact patch of the tyre and lose the tyre grip, then a one-stop strategy is the quickest. Start on the medium tyre. If you can get the tyre without graining to go to between laps 19 to 25, put the hard tyre on and go to the end. That's the quickest way to do the Italian Grand Prix. But starting on hard is also possible. Having said all that, a two-stop strategy is a perfectly good alternative strategy for this Grand Prix. Start on the medium, go between laps 11 and 16, put the hard tyre on to laps 30 to 36, and then put a hard tyre on and go to the end and see if you can pick up the pieces of some people who are trying to hang it out on a one-stop strategy. But high above the grandstand in the commentary box, David Croft, Mercedes and Ferrari are on the second row. What challenge can George Russell and Charles Leclerc present for Lando and Oscar today?
I tell you what, there are challenges coming from everywhere today in that top six, and here's why. FP2, second practice, the top five separated by a tenth and a half. Final practice, the top five separated by a tenth and a half. Yesterday, closest qualifying we've ever had in Formula One history. Top six separated by 0.18 seconds. It is that close today. So McLaren might be on that front row, locking it out. But there are challenges absolutely everywhere. What's fascinating, though, for the championship is that the challenge isn't coming from Red Bull. Max Verstappen starts 7th today. Now, he won there from 7th 2 years ago here, but his pace this weekend might be a bit more reflective of his 7th place finish on his Italian Grand Prix debut here in 2016. That man there, Carlos Sainz, pushed a cake into the face of his team principal, Freddie Vasseur, a little earlier, and becomes the third Ferrari driver ever to race on their birthday for Ferrari here at Monza. Don't forget, last time we had a birthday winner in Formula One, it was Jean Alesi, 95 Canadian Grand Prix. He was driving a Ferrari too. But it's a McLaren front row lockout today, and a chance for them to lead the constructors' standings for the first time in 10 years since the opening race in 2014. There's your pole sitter, Lando Norris, 5th different pole sitter here in the last 5 years. He's got the chance to lead away in a 1-2 finish, and if McLaren do that, as they did here in 2021, well, it would be their 50th in their history. And for the second time in 3 years, Williams give an F1 debut today here at Monza as Franco Colapinto becomes the 783rd driver to race in a World Championship event. So good luck to him, good luck to Lando, good luck to everyone in between. Let's get this race on. Simon.
Yeah, thanks, Crofty. Yeah, let's pick up on that point. Franco Colapinto is joining us again for the first time this weekend. The Argentine has replaced Logan Sargent, who managed to secure 1 point in 36 races, then a crash in FP3 in Holland, which was probably north of $1 million. I mean, it was an absolute mess. And I feel like it was the straw that broke the camel's back for him. But he comes in, Colapinto, he starts from 18th today. He's looking good, and then he had that in Lesbos in Q1.
Yeah, so they chose Colapinto over Mick Schumacher because they wanna give the next generation a chance. And he's done very well this weekend, honestly. He was always 2 or 3 tenths away from Alex Albon, which is really a good place to be in and for the first race weekend. Unfortunately, went wrong in the last lap of qualifying, so that's why he's way back on the grid. But apart from that, it's gone very well, as we can just see an on board from him going into Ascari. He's been driving well.
So these are some reconnaissance laps right now. And one thing that you want to say, I mean, with the straight line speed of that Williams, he's got an opportunity, hasn't he, to come through the field today, potentially?
A little bit, yes, but at the same time, Williams doesn't really have a pace advantage when comparing to everybody in front of them, you know, so it won't be easy for him to move forward, but there is that element of uncertainty on the tires. And any team really might have a big chance if they manage to maximize what's going to happen with the tires.
How's he feeling right now? How are you feeling before your first Grand Prix? You've got what have you got? Half an hour to go. The nerves building, or is it water off a duck's back to these people?
Well, everybody says, oh, it's so exciting and amazing and everything. But you are properly scared also. You're really scared because it's your first time out there. You're racing with all the legends around you. And you need to prove your worth, you know, and you need to prove it quickly. So he'll be mindful of that as well. So it's a mixture of everything, which is why it will be maximum adrenaline.
Yeah, you do wonder, don't you? I mean, even if let's say he's being lapped by some of the front runners, either that, you know, if you're going toe to toe with some of these people, you will have grown up watching these guys. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, does that ever get in your head, or just think when the visor comes down, it doesn't matter who it is, it's just another man in another car, and you mano a mano?
Oh, come on, Alex. Me in my third race back in the day, I was on the grid next to Michael Schumacher. That's nuts. Like, he's the GOAT, you know, and you're sitting next to him like, oh my goodness. So that does stress you out.
Okay, right, let's go to the Sky Pad. As we talked about, the start's so crucial. Lando Norris has been on pole position 4 times this year, twice in the sprint, and has always given it away. Second phase of the getaway has been the problem. Let's go to crew to the Sky Pad to explain more.
It's nearly half a kilometre down to the first corner. Let's go back to 2022 and get a look at the start here. First on the helicopter up above. Now, Lando Norris got a poor getaway. We'll come back to that in a second. But I just want to use this angle to highlight some of the unique features on the circuit, because you've got this extra bit of tarmac here. In fact, one of the Williamses was using that bit. But there at the top of the screen, you can see it turns to grass. So whoever uses that extra bit of tarmac will need to make sure they get back on track before they get to the first corner. Now, we got the runoff area, which had been modified this year. George Russell cut across it, as did a couple of other people further down the pack. And that's something we pretty much see every year, drivers going across. Let's go on board with Lando. And this is something that, here, just to put a start, this is something that's going to be, I think, weighing on his mind. The starts have become such a big conversation in the paddock about Lando this year that he doesn't want to talk about it. And the team don't want to talk about it. They're protecting from it. But I wonder if this will just be in the back of his mind, because it was a poor getaway back in 22 there. George Russell alongside Carlos Sainz on the front row of the grid back in 22. Both drivers got pretty decent starts. George nipped across to the left-hand side to try and get on the clean side of the track, because there's so much more grip, especially with this new asphalt. This is going to be something that is a real factor today. Sainz didn't give him much room. George cut across the runoff area. So this battle is something I think we will see, and it's so important for the drivers to keep their noses clean, get away without any damage from the first chicane, and then live to fight another day when you get to the second chicane.
Yeah, I mean, they have said they don't want to talk about, do not talk to Lando, to Oscar about starts at the moment. They don't want to get any more in their heads about it. I mean, if there is an Achilles heel, is this it right now?
It's the only weakness that's left for Lando is the starts. And that's why McLaren is trying to protect him, to stop all the chatter, you know, because if Lando all the time is hearing starts, it can really stress you out. And he will naturally be worried about that. I mean, Karun just gave me a statistic that Lando this year has held position 9 times, but lost position 6 times. So there's almost a 40% chance that Lando will lose a position at a start, you know. So that will be definitely a high pressure situation for him.
I feel, and everyone that we talk to on our team and around the paddock feel like it's just gone up a notch, hasn't it? Just, you know, it was such an important day for them yesterday after being so dominant in Zandvoort, coming to this different track and then knocking out the front row of the grid. You've said repeatedly that you think that Lando's attitude doesn't need to be, let's say, glass half empty. He needs to be more glass half full. You sent him an Instagram message. Has he replied yet? You said he hadn't yesterday.
No, but that's, I mean, it's fair play. It's his authentic self. Yeah, he's a little bit glass half empty, even after qualifying good. Instead of like, wow, I put it on pole, you know, what an awesome job I did, you know? There's 2 different ways of approaching it. And I think it's a bit unnecessary to be so glass half empty all the time, you know, because it weighs on you, you know, and so I did send him a DM, and I said,
you slid into his DM.
I worked with a mental coach for 10 years, you know, so really I spent so much time on that topic, and what you say really has an impact at the end of the day also on what you start to believe, you know, so that's the first place that you can modify a little bit. Just be a little bit more positive. And so I was recommending that to Lando, but he's ignored me so far.
He has ignored you. Did he read it? Did you didn't get the double tick or anything like that? Oh, okay. Oh, what a shame. Right, there we are. Michael Douglas is here with Catherine Zeta-Jones. What a shame for you, Nico. Oh, well, better luck next time. Let's go to Martin for the start of his grid walk. All yours, Martin.
Thank you very much. It's relatively calm. I decided to start the front and have a look. So the master plan here for Lando Norris is to slide away from pole position, roll with it, turn it into a supersonic start, and he should be leading when he gets into the first corner. Definitely, maybe, because there's a lot of people want to overtake him in there. It's perilous down there. Whatever happens, don't look back in anger. Just live with it. And if you're 53 laps later in the lead, you see the funny little black and white flag they wave at you from the pit wonder wall. You will be up on the podium for the Champagne Supernova, and then you'll live in the history books forever. And that is all Lando's got to do today to win this Grand Prix. Where is he? He's over the other side. We're going to have a look at him. We're not going to bother him. We're not going to get in his head. But just see what his preparations look like over there. And then we'll see who else we can find. We'll have a quick chat with Zach Brown as well. And see what he's got to say for the team boss. We haven't had him in the show yet. So let's wander over. And Lando then has got people trying to hug him, and he's looking back going like, why are you trying to hug me? I'm busy. But yeah, there he is. Trying to stay calm. Trying to stay as calm as he can, cool as he can. It is unbelievably hot out here. We'll have a chat now with Zach Brown as soon as he's finished an interview with ORF. Zachary, lining up on the front row of the grid. A bit nervous?
Always nervous, but yeah, long run to the first corner. I think the field's extremely tight, so I'm not anticipating a Netherlands repeat, which would be nice. I think Mercedes, Ferrari, and Max, I think any of these top 7 cars can win this race.
Good. And what are you going to do between your 2 cars with team orders, with not tripping over each other?
With team orders is don't trip over each other. We've got a plan discussed with both drivers. They drive for the team. They're free to race. And we'll see how the strategy plays out. I think strategy could go a couple different ways today with the heat and the fact that none of us have really run any hard tires yet. It's going to be a bit marginal on what the right strategy is till we get into the race.
I think you won the IndyCar last night.
We won the IndyCar last night, and Gabriel, our Formula 2 driver, won this morning. So the pressure's now on Lando and Oscar.
Looking for the hat-trick then. Have a great day, Zach.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Yeah, let's wander back a little bit and see who else we can find before we come back to the front of the grid. They're just firing up Oscar Piastri's car here. And as ever, you've got some fairly rudimentary but incredibly effective blowers keeping the brakes cool here. on all four brakes, of course. Just pumping air. The yellow devices there pumping air in to keep that cool. Then on the laptop here, they'll be also trying to keep the engine and gearbox the right temperature. And I always think it's like a patient in intensive care. It's got an umbilical cord going into it. They are basically keeping that car alive. You can't start it up if it's too cold, just blow up. You have to keep it exactly right in so many different ways. And you can see the brake drums. The brake drums we often talk about that surround the brake discs. And that's a key part of keeping it all cool and controlling the airflow through the car out through the wheel as well. And we'll wander back here. We've got Conor Lacey, former Ferrari driver, man who once threatened to kill me when we ran into each other on the track, but we're the best of friends now, and he's a wonderful, wonderful man. Sorry, I'm photobombing. Can I photobomb this shot, John? Photobomb this shot. How are you?
Very well, and you?
Yeah, marvelous.
Last week I was on TV. I watched what you are doing. You are very sportive on the grid. Huh?
Yeah, but yes, we have to get around and meet a few people, important people like you.
It's great.
And obviously, you know what it's like to drive for Ferrari in Monza and all the special things and pressures that go with that.
Yeah, but you know what? Ferrari at the moment are not in the first row. McLaren are doing a fantastic job. You remember in our days, McLaren was the team to beat, and they are again in the same situation. I mean, and Gerhard was driving also for McLaren, so he is happy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was earning a lot of money as well back then. Have you still got any of that left?
What is it?
Your money. Have you still got any of your money left?
Oh, no, nothing anymore. All these separations was too expensive.
Is it a true story? You threw Tim's briefcase out of the helicopter here.
But here's the yeah.
Antonelli.
I bet he was pleased about that.
It didn't land yet. Let's say when it comes.
So, you two guys, who do you think is going to win this race? Start with you, Gav.
I think the McLaren looks bloody strong. I mean, they're very good on tires, good balance on the car. They've been strong all practice this weekend. So I would say they are the benchmark.
Absolutely, I agree what he said, but I believe Ferrari will fight for him.
It's the first time we've all agreed on something.
Yeah, never before.
All right, see you later. Right, who are we going to find next as people come through? Get out of the way, Gerhard. We've done you.
Marty, random person from Australia.
Yeah, we haven't had an MRP, but
come back to Melbourne, mate. We love you there. Phil Demers from Australia. Come back to Melbourne, Albert Park. You've got a massive fan base. Keep doing your job. We love your work, Marty.
Thank you very much. What's your name?
Philip.
Philip. All right, Philip.
Australia. Good on you, Albert Park. And go Piastri. Come on, Oscar.
He's just up there. Good to see you. My first MRP of the year. Right, where am I heading next? We got 6 minutes to the anthem. And we'll see who else we can find as we wander down. Look at the glorious Ferraris. Stefano comes on grid with some people at the back. Jean Todd. John, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Very good, thank you. Lovely restaurant last night, wasn't it? Lovely restaurant last night. It was spectacular, that place. Good.
You have good taste.
Yeah. Good to see you. Can Ferrari win here today?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. There you have it. Absolutely. Right. Stefano is where then? There's Stefano. Let's see who else he's got with him. He's got the president of the FIA. He's got Greg Maffei there, the boss of the ultimate boss of.
Thank you so much for doing what you do every single day.
Okay, thank you. I'll send the money later.
Should we see you?
It's really kind of you. I'm being interviewed more today than I'm actually managing to find interviews. So we'll stand here. I'll get my fishing net out and see who we can find who's coming on to the back of the grid. There's an awful lot of people wading through here, aren't there? Give it another few seconds. Yeah, and here we go. let's have a chat with Louis Martin Rundle, Sky F1. Yeah, really good. Good to see you on the grid.
It's hot, bro. Very, very hot.
Yeah, imagine sitting in those. They're like over 50 inside.
Even imagine. Can't even imagine.
Did you get any Oasis tickets? Did you get lucky?
I didn't. I was in the queue, but I never got a number. To be honest, I got caught up with qualifying yesterday, but I did try. I did try.
They'll send you a few, I'm sure, when you need them. But tell us what you're doing here today, who you're supporting, who you're cheering for.
Here with Ferrari and Peroni. Fingers crossed for Charles today. Hopefully he can do it. Real honoured to be invited, man, to come with Ferrari at Monza. This is hard, isn't it? Interviewing this out. Yeah, real honoured to be invited, man. Just really, really excited to be here.
All right, it was good to have you on the grid, and I hope you enjoy our wonderful business of Formula One. Good to see you.
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you.
Right, let's wander forward because they brought the national anthem for a couple of minutes now, which I know if you were watching me make a clown of myself in Zandvoort last week. We'll see if we can actually get on. Well, let's go down the side, Lee, shall we? Let's go so we can actually skedaddle down here. This is all new as well. All this new tarmac is including the runoff area. There's plenty of time to breathe, away from space to breathe, I should say, away from the grid here. And we're going to sneak on because this young man was really kind to me earlier on and knows I want to come through. So we'll see if we can find a driver or two when they start appearing, presumably through this gap here. In terms of, we've got Mr. Ecclestone. Bernard Charles Ecclestone. I'll have a quick chat with him if he doesn't. Mr. E, are you?
I think I'm all right. I never check these days in case I'm not all right.
Okay, well, we're both still breathing somehow. So, yeah, Monza's looking good. Formula One's in a really good place. You must love that.
This is a classic, isn't it? You know, when people talk about Formula One, they talk about here and Monaco or something, but this is still a classic.
Yeah, it's wonderful atmosphere, isn't it? And everything's good, is it? Your life and you're enjoying a bit of retirement?
Not really. I'm still busy. The problem is I'm busy, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and find a couple of drivers. Lovely to see you, Bernie. Right. Let's see. Let's see if we can have a... You got time, Alex? I think you got a couple of minutes. Yeah, you got loads of time. George, is it hot out there?
That's why I got my ice vest on.
All right. Well, you haven't even got a vest on. You got the whole thing.
It's hot, it's warm. It's going to be a long, old, tough race, but same for everyone.
Looking forward to the first corner. Tremendous. I love that. I love that smile. There's the Hulk. Valtteri. I want to try and see. Oh, we got a minute to the anthem. So I'm not. Yeah, okay. I've just got time to say happy birthday, Carlos.
Thank you, Martin.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Have a good one. Good. All right. So we're outside of our window, able to talk to drivers at this point. They're making their way onto the grid with the grid kids, and Mr. E's watching on. The safety car had a bit of an incident with a problem with Bernd Mailander, put it into a spin to make sure it was less of a problem. And anyway, they've replaced that because that had quite a smash up when they were running around on Thursday. But it looks glorious now. It's ready to do its job. Will we even see it?
The national anthem of Italy. Seems like we're struggling to hear it at the moment. Okay, so doesn't look like we've got the national anthem playing. I think the audio's had a bit of a glitch on Discord. We can hear it just about in the background. I'll try to turn Josh up to 200. So it's only momentarily, so yeah, I'll turn it back down. The national anthem not working. All the other sound has been brilliant though. But yes, an exciting Italian Grand Prix coming our way. Cannot wait for this one to get underway. Here we go. It's working.
Lancia corte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia. Stringiamoci corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia. Sì.
That's an anthem. I was going to see if I could
back over to Simon.
Quick note of Alex Albon, but he skedaddled past us. So in the meantime, let's immediately hear from Max Verstappen. Here he is.
Thanks, hi. I know you probably won't need reminding, but in 2022 here, you started 7th and you were leading by lap 12. How far away is that car from the one you have now, do you feel?
Yeah, quite far away. Yeah, it's just not the same at the moment. Balance is a lot more difficult. Of course, also now a lot of other teams are a lot more competitive, you know, so it's a completely different world. And yeah, for us today, probably will be more damage limitation just because can't change the car overnight also. And that's why today I think will be quite tough for us.
What if the team said to you can target today? What's a realistic prospect for you?
I don't know. I mean, I think on pure pace, we're not even faster than any car ahead of us. So let's see.
This is an unusual position. I mean, you haven't been in it before, but is everyone adapting to it well?
I've been in it before I became world champion, so that's not a problem. You just need to try and get out of it.
All right, go well. Thank you, Max.
Completely different world. That's the expression that stood out there. He's got to get his gloves off and burn up the fight today, doesn't he?
Yeah, listen, he's probably still 2-3 tenths away. He's not 7 tenths, but that's enough, right? And the trouble is when you're in the dirty air, even though you get the benefit of slipstream down these huge long straights you're standing on, the dirty air means you're sliding more, and in these high temperatures, that's a big problem.
So it could be even more interesting than we thought. So let's see what happens.
Well, I hadn't heard that. So yeah, that'll be interesting. In terms of the team,
they're expecting there's a high chance for it to be a lottery on the strategy. Lottery, I think, because the tarmac is very, very new and completely smooth. This is causing the tires to do graining. And when that happens, you just don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how much. So it could really mess up the strategy. It could be really interesting for today's race.
Okay, Oscar Piastri starts from second, front row of the grid. It's a lockout for McLaren. Here he is again with Rachel.
we're going to walk with you quickly, Oscar, so that you're not late, because I know the rules are really tight now. Just talk to me. How are you feeling? How do the team play this? How do you play it? What's the plan?
I'm gonna get an umbrella quickly.
Hello, Amy. Can you hear me?
Good launch.
Hello.
Yes, and go from there, basically. There's actually some rainstorms
I'll be back in a second.
around
Do you want to
the track
start?
at the moment. So
Megan with you.
One
Hi.
second. Okay, I'll just mute that for now. Well, hello, Megan. Hello again.
I'll leave you with the audio.
Indeed, focusing on the start. Talk again. It's what, 600 odd meters down to turn one here, or 400 meters down to turn one, I should say. How difficult it is it here? It's only 11 corners, but that first run.
No, for everybody watching at home, I mean, really, it's one of the most difficult things in F1. Yeah, for a driver, this start phase, because everything is unpredictable. You need to look in both mirrors. Where is everybody else? React to them all the time, and at the same time, nail that braking into turn one, which is also very much unknown. How is the grip going to be in turn one? You know, and because it's the first time they arrive down there with that kind of speed and that car weight, so it's all like unknown, and it's such a big challenge.
You were just talking to Will Joseph, Lando's race engineer. What's he saying? What's the plan from their side?
he's standing just behind me there. He mentioned these rain clouds. He's a helicopter pilot. He knows how to read these radar. It is a real risk, and they've got these little bubbles of thunderstorms all around the circuit.
We are at peak Formula One at the moment, no doubt about it. There we go. Zach Brown just giving his final thoughts and well-wishing is his man Lando Norris, who looks relaxed. He's smiling at the moment. It is hot, hot, hot. and he knows how tight it has been all weekend. But this is what we are all watching this sport for. It's why we love it when it closes up like this, and it is anyone's guess this afternoon. Could it be anyone from the top 6 who are separated by such small margins? Yes, they're about to find out. Italian Grand Prix is next.
Here we go then. We're getting closer and closer to the start of the Italian Grand Prix. The atmosphere is building at Monza. As I mentioned, the Tifosi expect a performance from Ferrari, but will they be able to deliver it is the question. Megan, are you there? Doesn't look like yet. Okay, I'm sure Joshua Birch will be coming back in a second, and then we'll be able
Sorry,
to...
I'm here. Hello.
Hello. Are you ready to switch the stream?
Sorry, it was muted. Hello, I'm ready for changeover. You can stop streaming now.
Okay. We'll be back in 1 second.
You can stop streaming now.
Okay. We'll be back in 1 second. Okay, stopped.
And we've started. Hello, everybody. Over to you, Amy.
Thank you very much, Josh. As we prepare and get ready for the Italian Grand Prix to get underway, the changeover has been successful. And Monza, it's been a very chaotic day so far. An incredibly chaotic day. We've, of course, had a Formula 3 champion change and crowned right at the final corner at the Parabolica. We've had a driver go from last to first in Formula 2. I've had plenty of safety cars. Now it's Formula 1's turn. What is it going to deliver? Is it going to be an exciting race? How is this one going to go? We've got Franco Colapinto making his debut for Woods. How is he going to be able to get on? Had some great pace in qualifying, it seemed like, but that mistake right at the end really did cost him. So he'll be hoping that he's able to fight his way in a Williams that is incredibly strong. So keep an eye on Franco Colapinto. Both McLarens, both battling. What is McLaren's approach is the question for this race that is coming our way. You've got Piastri. He's lost 16 places so far this season. Is he going to be able to maintain it? He doesn't want to gain a place today. He just wants to stay where he is, and that is first. That is the goal ahead of Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri is going to try and challenge as much as he can, but McLaren may have asked him to sit back. McLaren and Norris need as much as points as they can in terms of the Drivers' Championship. Verstappen starts in 7th. In a Red Bull that does not look good, you've got Mercedes that are quicker. You've got Ferrari that are also now quicker this weekend with their new updates. McLaren remain quicker. Can the Ferraris, can the Mercedes bring some challenge to those McLarens? How McLaren going to be with their strategy calls? We have seen so far this season that McLaren's strategy and some of their decisions can be a little bit shady. What are Ferrari going to be able to do when they need to deliver? These updates fans have been waiting for forever, and they've finally arrived. It's not put them on pole, but they're close. They are in the balance. They have an opportunity. Can they pull out the performance is the question. We're getting all set for the Italian Grand Prix to get underway. In commentary, it will be Joshua Birch alongside Megan Birch. Jackson should be on his way hopefully soon as well, but it's Lando Norris, a papaya 1-2 at Ferrari's home. Is McLaren going to be able to convert it? Can Mercedes try to get involved? Is Red Bull going to have better race pace than they did in qualifying? It is time to find out, as the Italian Grand Prix is starting very, very shortly. The run towards turn 1, the Rettifilio chicane, always very, very close, and getting it slowed down into the first chicane is going to be crucial. New surface, of course. What is that going to cause in terms of the tyre degradation? Hot conditions, as we've already heard on the grid from some of the drivers as well. So it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hot. We could be getting a 2-stop in what is usually a very quick race, but anything's possible here at Monza today. Are we going to be getting a safety car for the first time in a couple of races? We've not had Bertrand Lander out there on the circuit. He was out there on Thursday, and he crashed the safety car. That is, of course, we've got a new safety car now, and the new safety car will, we'll see whether it makes an appearance. It's already made an appearance a few times today for the Junior Series. Let's see how F1 will behave on the circuit as well. But these new cars of Formula 1, all very reliable. So the question is, are they all going to be able to continue that way throughout the 53 laps that we're going to get at the Italian Grand Prix? And we're about to get them now. Here comes the Italian Grand Prix.
We're all set to go for the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. Hello everybody and welcome to one of the most brilliant venues in all of sport. This Italian Grand Prix has been on and off the calendar at this circuit since 1950. Only 1980 wasn't at this track as well. That was due to resurfacing after the 1978 accidents. But it's essentially 3 straights, mandated by chicanes and the 2 lesmones. It is awesome. Conditions are superb, and hopefully as well, we're in for some good racing. A 40% chance of rain as well to hit the circuit. With bitumen levels all the way around, the tyres are going to be interesting as well. Keep an eye out to see how degraded they're going to be. Soft C5, medium C4, hard is at C3 as well. And who's going to have the advantage off the line? That's going to be the question. Certainly a very surprising qualifying. Here's your starting grid then for round 16 of Formula 1 in 2024. Zhou Guanyu for the 15th time this year lines up at the back of the grid alongside his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Franco Colapinto in his first ever race lines up 18th. Lance Stroll is 17th on the grid. It's 16th for Yuki Tsunoda. Alongside him is Esteban Ocon in 15th. Pierre Gasly goes 14th on the grid from Kevin Magnussen in 13th. Moving further up the grid though, Danny Ricciardo takes 12th and Fernando Alonso lines up in 11th place as well. Let's see what he can do as well on the grid in what he celebrates as well this week. Memories of when he announced he was signing with Ferrari. Hülkenberg completes the top 10 for the 4th time this year. Alexander Albon, again, that's quick. What's happening, though, for the full-throw Red Bulls? Sergio Perez is 8th. Max Verstappen his worst qualifying of the year without a grid penalty. Lewis Hamilton up in 6th with Carlos Sainz 5th. Today he celebrates his 30th birthday. Charles Leclerc lines up 4th. Alongside him is George Russell. He starts 3rd on the grid. Front row is all papaya, though. Oscar Piastri lines up 2nd. And for the 5th time, 3rd time this year as well, Lando Norris has pole position. Can he win back-to-back? And also, an interesting stat, of course, he's never led on the opening lap, even when he's got pole position, despite winning last week at Zandvoort. Alongside me in the commentary box is Megan Birch. Omi's here too. Jackson's on his way. I don't know if he's here or not at some point as well. But Megan, we've just finished a MotoGP, which was boring. But then
Until the end,
and it dramatically changed the championship. Rain is coming in. It's a 40% chance, and it's coming in quick here at the Royal Park. So what's going to happen?
well, tomorrow is predicted to be thunderstorms around these parts, so there's a possibility, of course, of rain. But I have a fact.
Go on.
In the past 7 races, this is the first one which we have not had a driver either receive a penalty or start from the pit lane at the start of the race.
So finally, a good session. I must just say, as Omi's with us as well, Omi, I know you're probably de-rigging your stuff and setting your camera back up, but a round of applause to Omi there for hosting the pre-show and for it all going really well. And Omi's our host today as well, like Jess is whenever we're busy. Megan's laptop failed. It's not been doing well. So Omi has taken F2, Porsche, and the pre-show, set up all the JSON files so that we could do MotoGP in here on the second channel. Omi, you are a legend. What are you expecting out of this race today?
Thank you, and well, expecting a pretty chaotic race at the front of the field. Cannot wait for it to begin as well. Let's see whether Norris can this time get off the line and hold the lead. Bit of a rundown to the first time, and it's going to be an interesting race. Degradation is going to be very crucial as well, and Ferrari with Leclerc and Sainz, they've both been good with their tyres, so that could help them today as well.
Now, we've had some pretty interesting races today. If you don't want spoilers, put your fingers in the ears. F3, we had a champion crowned, obviously. Last corner, Leonardo Forlaroni took the lead, took the position and got the championship by 2 points. In Formula 2, Omi, we had a back-to-front. Gabriel Bortoletto winning from 22nd to 1st, back-to-front for the first ever time due to safety car. And Max a bit slow off the line there, Megan's noticed, but here's the tyres first of all, Megan.
One stop starting on mediums for 22 laps, going on to hards for 31 laps, and one stop starting on hards for 30 laps, going on to mediums for 23 laps.
Yeah, but Omi, that F2 race was fantastic. F1's got something to live up to here, and it might just happen if it's a wet race.
If it is a wet race, it might just be able to live up to what Formula 2 and Formula 3 have managed today, but it would take some beating and it would take some craziness as well.
Smoke bombs out on the circuit down the Lodge chicane.
A lot of them.
They're not allowed, so how they got in?
Okay, there are actually a large amount of smoke bombs going off right now. So let's hope that doesn't cause problems. Past 2 years, this race has been won by Max Verstappen. Previous year it was Ricciardo. Before that it was Gasly. And then before that it was Leclerc. So it's known for the higher up teams.
I've just tied my shoes onto the top one because my ankle was getting a bit of support issues. My God, does it feel weird? When you have that, because I had them on the one below and I've put them onto the top, so it feels weird. It feels like your ankles are now being like gripped. Down we come then in the back stretch. This will be the one we have to keep an eye on, and the one that we're all hopeful for is going to be quite interesting there, Megan. The big question, the big worry actually is, what if we actually do end up having some sort of safety car or a red flag issue? Because
first one in ages.
Yeah, we haven't had a safety car since Canada. The longest gap in 15 years, yeah.
Well, I think it will be a welcome thing. There's the rain. Well, but it's predicting to maybe move past it, so...
The rain in Italy falls mainly on, well, whoever's going to be on first.
I'll ask Noemi.
Yes, good case. It was this time last year, Omi, I don't know if you remember, we had a delayed start because Tsunoda stalled on the grid.
Yeah, Tsunoda had issues on the formation lap, and it meant that we had a delayed start. We had to do the whole procedure again. By the way, don't go down to me. I'm going to go have food because I haven't eaten anything today.
Well, that's good because Paul, Jess said, well done, you did amazing. And Paul said as well, you need a Mars bar over time, how much better you've gotten at commentating. You've gained more time doing it. Very well done, Omi. So Omi can go and have a break. Jackson will be appearing if he gets out and will join us in the box during the race. But me and Megan have got this. We had MotoGP. We will leave Omi and send him to note things down. Yeah, Max a bit forward in the box there.
Yep. Okay, what is this?
This is Valtteri going. This is Joe going very slow towards the line.
Why are you going slowly? I know you're usually slow, but not this slow.
Slow, ready, all forming up on the grid then. So, a reminder. It's 53 laps. It should take about an hour and 15 minutes to complete. We can go for the record, which is an hour and 12, but I can't help but notice there's rain in the air.
I've got a feeling with this race.
Let's see what happens. Green flag at the back. Papaya in the country of red. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.5. Action in Monza! Great start from Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri's not going to get the phase at the start. George Russell's going to come round the outside. And that's the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz touching with Lewis Hamilton. The two Ferraris nearly coming together. Russell's off the track. He cuts the corner down to the Rettifilio. He'll take the lead. But Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri through. There go the two Ferraris. Russell cuts in alongside Lewis Hamilton. Colapinto made a good start as well. And here comes Max Verstappen side by side. And Piastri's trying to go around the outside of Norris into Della Rossia. The two teammates are side by side, and Piastri takes the lead.
With contact.
Oh boy! And here comes Charles Leclerc at the inside, and he takes second away from Lando Norris. It seems that stat is still going to stand. That Lando doesn't lead on the opening lap. Oscar Piastri with an absolute storming start, and Charles Leclerc second.
Come on, where's Carlos? Carlos is in fourth. Come on, Carlos. It's your birthday today. You're 30 today.
Max Verstappen is directly behind Lewis Hamilton. He's only made up one place at that start. It's Almersohn's big dust from the back, and that's one of the Haas cars. So that's Nico Hülkenberg, who's got dust and he's kicked it out coming through the Ascari chicane. He loses 2 places. And there's George Russell with a damaged flapping front left end plate of wing coming down into the parabolica.
That was a puncture.
So, yeah, Russell's going to have to pit. He must have clipped something on that lap. Piastri leads. Still, Lando Norris has not led the opening lap. Here's Max Verstappen.
Lewis didn't leave the car with. I mean, I got the penalty for that, so...
Perez trying to go around the outside of Russell down to turn 1 in Russell's car's flying them away. Perez goes, can't get through. There's an Alpine in trouble as one of the Haas's of Magnussen locks up. Gasly, Tsunoda, Ocon all closing them together. This unpredictable circuit's giving us a yeehaw Grand Prix.
Tsunoda's has been passed by Ocon, DRS has been enabled, and Colapinto has passed Stroll. Congratulations, you've just passed F1.
You are a Formula 1 driver now, Franco.
If you pass Stroll and fit a start above Joe.
Well, Joe's still in 20th position. In fact, Stroll's lost a place at the start. Hülkenberg lost 6. Russell lost 4. It's Leclerc and Piastri, the biggest winners. Leclerc, though, the only one up 2 places. Norris losing 2 from the start, and Piastri leads the way here. Big dust on the entry now, picked up by Hülkenberg in the Haas. It's blown it back onto the racing line, right in the braking zone. Surprised that won't cause a virtual safety car, but Piastri leads, Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Hamilton, Verstappen, Russell, Perez. That's the top 8. Then it's Albon and Alonso completing the top 10.
I'm just rooting for Carlos right now because I think it'll be such a nice birthday present for him.
I am losing the will to live. This is an amazing Grand Prix, lap 3 of 53, and we've got rain coming in.
3?
Yeah, it's lap 3. It's at the end of the race already. Look at further back.
Oh, it was the end of lap 1.
Look at the further back as well. We've got Hülkenberg and Colapinto battling together as well. Magnussen and Gasly going under pressure. Here's Perez.
George has a lot of damage. He's dangerous.
Copy that.
Yeah, Perez does.
He does.
Yeah, Russell does have damage. Perez is right there. Piastri is monstering away. It's a 1:25, 1:16, the fastest lap of the race so far as we come into the Dalla Loggia chicane as they exit, and Ferrari can just smell a victory. The 4th fastest team in Formula 1.
I hope they can smell a victory right now.
But is it Charles Leclerc or is it Carlos Sainz?
It better be Carlos Sainz.
Sainz is closing in. Hamilton's on the back now as well, and Verstappen's still 6th.
It better be Carlos Sainz.
Perez and Albon Perez, Albon, Bottas and Zhou, the only drivers not to move a position since the start of the race. They have stayed still. Everybody's still in the DRS train. There's dust right on the braking zone. There's the damage on the front winglet of George Russell.
Surprise, surprise. Sauber hasn't moved.
No, surprise, surprise, they haven't. And Perez and Albon also 8th and 9th. They haven't moved on their overall positions in this race as well. They're still overall together. Already, Piastri's pulled 14 seconds to Zhou Guanyu in the field.
Almost a second to Leclerc.
Yeah, and also we never mentioned who's starting on the hard tyres. Verstappen, Perez, Ocon, Tsunoda, Stroll, Bottas. They're all on the hard tyres.
Well for them.
Everybody else is on the medium compound tyres. Those on the hard, gambling, A, track conditions, and B, rain.
But the thing is, they're going to have to pit later. Yay!
Turn 8 incident involving cars 3, Ricciardo, and 27, Hülkenberg noted for causing a collision. So it looks to be that way of what happened. So Piastri losing out at the front. Here's the leader again. Piastri by 7/10 to Leclerc. Norris closing in as well. It's lap 4 of the Italian Grand Prix, and all hell is breaking loose. Crack the champagne, people. We've got a corker. Here's the race start, Megan.
Right, so you can see while both McLarens get a very good start, you can see the person who has the best start is actually Fernando Alonso.
Yeah. There's Leclerc touching Hamilton.
A little bit of contact there, and a little bit of contact there.
Leclerc and Russell.
Though also a lock-up for Russell. And Russell, you can see, slows down a bit because he knows the fact that he's going to have to give places back.
Where did he get his wing damage, though? That's what I want to find out.
I think he did it with Carlos Sainz going around turn 1.
There's Piastri coming through.
It's just missed him, but here...
There, he clipped the back of Piastri, doesn't he?
And then, Bollards. That one right there.
Yeah. He hits on the Bollard. Yeah, you're right. So he initial contact with Piastri, and then it's
kind of catapulted him into the Bollard, and he just couldn't.
What a move from Oscar Piastri round the outside.
Contact there, too.
Contact between the two McLaren teammates.
Which has not been noted by anyone.
No, so you can get that through. And here it is again, look. Yeah, look, Norris got a slide at the rear, and that's what's allowed Charles Leclerc to come up the inside, coming down into the first Lesmo.
Yeah, somebody tells me Lando's not going to be happy with Roscoe about that.
No, there's going to be a lot of punches going on later on as well. Well, anything you can do, I can do better. And this is Ricciardo. Yeah, Ricciardo forced Hülkenberg off and damaged the wing. That's why Hülkenberg kicked up the dust. Also, he went down to neutral.
Oh, jeez.
Incredibly sandy off track as well. Russell kicked it up first, though, with that broken winglet. And Stroll's past Tsunoda. What's happened to Tsunoda?
I don't know, but Colapinto's up into 16th.
I couldn't do it now. Yeah, that guy just smashed into me. We saw it. Tsunoda's been...
Stroll.
Yeah, Tsunoda's been hit by Stroll, I think.
Because Stroll's just passed him.
Yeah, I think... Now, that's on the radio. Yeah, that guy just smashed into me. We saw it. So I believe...
I have damage. We are checking for damage.
Let's have a look at Yuki Tsunoda then on the onboard camera we have up here in the commentary box to see. He is with Lance Stroll. Yeah, there's damage. There's damage to Yuki Tsunoda as well. So he has dropped back massively. He's not going to puncture anything, but he has got damage.
You can see it.
He's slow as well, super slow. You can see Tsunoda drop almost back to the back. So this Zhou's going to get him soon as well. Leclerc now the fastest on the track. And look at that, that's what we want to see. 4 fastest cars in Formula 1, the top 8 all together, then the gap to Albon.
Who is the fastest out of midfield?
Yes, he is, yeah. Hulkenberg's into the pit lane for damage, so that's him done. And Tsunoda, I think, is also going to have to box.
Colapinto, welcome to 15th.
Oh, well done, Franco. Hard tyres go on for Hulkenberg.
You're already doing better than your predecessor.
No. Front, they need to change the wing. They weren't going to do it, but now they've decided to fully change the wing.
What? Hulkenberg and Tsunoda?
Is that why he's... here we go. So, Hulkenberg's the second car in shot. He's got the DRS. He's going to lock up on the inside. Tsunoda's going to force him off the track. Hulkenberg locks up, forces Tsunoda off, and that's why he's got damage to the side. But is there a secondary impact with Stroll then?
Must have been.
But yeah, Hulkenberg just dives off the side, and that's going to be damage for Tsunoda on the front right, well, the side pod, the right side pod. So, Albon's actually now leaving Alonso. The gap is a second, and Perez is only a couple up the road. Albon might be in for some very good points. Tsunoda's had his lap time deleted, but that's for, well, we know why that was. Leclerc's 8 tenths to Piastri with the DRS. Now we're starting to see the race starting up.
Yeah, it's very much beginning to get heated up. Though,
this is the fresh one, right? It was down there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gaining time there, Colapinto is. He's just in one singular sector. Gained about 2 tenths.
Perez as well at the exit. Colapinto and has been passed by Stroll. Come on, Franco.
Come on, you can do better than him.
Oh, thank you.
Oscar, we don't see graining on any cars yet. We think we need to get to at least Plan B target lap to clear traffic.
So Stroll got through on Colapinto at the Retifilio with... Oh, and he locked up, actually. Stroll did lock up. Colapinto did try and get back through. So we just saw on the battle camera we've got up here in the commentary box.
But it was too tight. Yeah. And wisely stayed away from it.
Stewards saying that Ricciardo and Hulkenberg is under investigation for causing a collision. So Ricciardo might get a penalty. Colapinto is really keeping up with Lance Stroll. He might still attack it. We're on board with Pierre Gasly. He's chasing... Kevin Magnussen, but he's got his teammate Esteban Ocon directly behind him here as they exit the Ascari chicane and go down towards the Parabolica. Lap 7:53 then. Piastri leads Leclerc, Norris, Sainz, Hamilton the top 5, and it's Piastri with the fastest lap, a 1:24.418 here as we listen to Max Verstappen.
24s, but at the moment, McLaren seems happy with the pace that they're running at.
Thank you for talking over that, the entirety of it.
Here we go.
Just keep it there for the moment, Max. Let them push that medium tyre hard.
There we go. That was Max's radio, thanks to Multiview. Box to retire the car. Yuki Tsunoda's out of the Grand Prix. Hulkenberg forcing another driver off the track, and he's put Yuki Tsunoda out of the Italian Grand Prix on lap 8. So, yeah, no safety car though. Let's just remind that. There he is. So Yuki Tsunoda retires on lap 7 for him, lap 8 of the race for us, and he's our first retirement. The damage to the car is too significant. Shame about Tsunoda. Why did Sky talk over the radio? I don't know.
Under investigation, Hulkenberg and Tsunoda.
So Ricciardo's going to get a penalty for hitting Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg's going to get a penalty for hitting Tsunoda. And Tsunoda's come off worst of all of them.
Karma. It's just a circle. Because who is Ricciardo's teammate? Tsunoda. So either way, it's karma for that team.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to hit Hulkenberg? Well, you don't have anyone else to help you out. 5-second time penalty for Danny Rick. Forcing another car off the track.
So Danny Ricciardo will now have a penalty to serve at his next pit stop. Alexander Albon's under pressure, but here comes Esteban Ocon. Hang on a minute, this is Ocon passing Gasly on the inside line, and he's through. Not going to defend that much, are they? Danny Ricciardo's penalty's now been confirmed by the stewards. Also, Ricciardo on the back of Alonso, and Alonso on the back of Albon.
Where's Tsunoda's lap time deleted again?
And he was forced off the track. And a 10-second time penalty for Nico Hülkenberg for causing a collision. So Hülkenberg is now out of this race. But Hülkenberg's now got a penalty for putting Tsunoda out of the race.
It's just a circle of karma.
If you're wondering why it's harsher for Hülkenberg, it's because he's actually been put out of the race.
Yeah.
There's Gabriel Mini, who is the, I would say, top dollar man there. He just this morning lost the Formula 3 championship at the last corner by 2 points. And he's in the Alpine garage. I would be crying and locking myself away. Hands down, you are a wonderful
planning
guy.
revenge.
Thanks.
I'll be planning revenge.
I can barely hear you.
I would be planning revenge to clear fastest lap with a 1:24.362.
So just double checking on stat sheets, I've just been given up as well. Expect to see raining coming. That's what I'm being told, by the way. So, yippee-ki-yay, we're going to have some rain.
The Brits on the grid are happy.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Leclerc might be too. Leclerc might win. And off the track goes Danny Ricciardo.
He does come from somewhere where it's coast.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of rain.
Where does Piastri come from?
Piastri, Australia.
Yeah, but which side? Is it Melbourne itself?
I'll check.
I don't think I've got his actual country, any residence on my stat sheet up here. Let's have a look at Danny Ricciardo again. As Megan searches that up for me. Is this going to be a simple lock-up? Yeah, it locks up the inside front right and cuts over the Rettifilia.
Melbourne.
Melbourne, I thought it was, yeah. Good sportsmanship from Mini earlier too. I completely agree with you, Jess. Jess was in the support series with Omi as well.
No grip at turn 5 and oversteer at turn 8 for Sergio Perez. So
Perez can't drive the car as we ride with Sergio now.
Nothing new.
Might hear from him actually if we've got on board with him. We might say that radio over it. He's challenging Russell. And look at that twitchy! He really is not, he's not wrong, is he? That Red Bull on the hard tyre.
No grip.
No, he's dancing around everywhere. And he's on the hards and he's going to pass Russell on the medians now with the DRS.
Is he okay?
That's where I go.
That question goes to both of them.
Perez to the inside line. Gets through. Russell's got damage, remember, so he has not got much aero on the front, so he can't drag it.
Gasly enters the pit lane.
Really?
Yeah, 12 laps early. So Colapinto, welcome back to 15.
Magnussen passes Ricciardo side by side with Rettifilia and gets through. Into the pit lane comes Pierre Gasly. We've opened up his camera on the iPad up here in the comms box on battle screen to see what he's going to do. He's on medium tyres at the moment. What's he going to change on to? Into the pit lane, full stop. And it is brand new hard tyres.
Russell boxes.
Yeah, Russell box. You may as well now try the undercut on everybody else and change the front wing. So you may as well. Good stop there from Gasly. He'll rejoin as we hear from Oscar.
And Oscar, do you have an opinion on Plan A versus Plan B yet?
I think Plan A so far.
So stay on.
Yeah, Plan A. Stay Plan A. Why change it? Why risk it? Why need to do it? Russell's going to come in then.
Why is Alexander Albon just so disgusting after he asked how the front tyre was holding up? I'm guessing that was his response.
Yeah. Russell comes into the pit lane then with the front left winglet missing on his Mercedes W15. He'll turn in and ready, go.
Help, I've been beaten up by a Ferrari. You can't say that about Lewis yet. It wasn't him.
I reckon this is going to be around about a 13-second stop. He releases. The gap is 10.5. Very nicely done as Russell in the pit lane, of course, that doesn't have much grip, sliding out of the pit box there. Danny Ricciardo comes in as well. 8.4 for Ricciardo. Has he changed wings as well?
I don't know. Fernando Alonso's tyres are degrading more rapidly right now.
Russell actually did not get the best getaway and almost wiped out the Ferrari mechanics as well.
He was taking his revenge.
Yeah, pinball wizard.
I'm pretty sure those were Carlos's mechanics.
I'm taking a look at well, Charles Leclerc's got a raindrop or something on the lens there. It is getting darker.
What is that?
It looks like a fly or something. It's gone now.
Do you know, for a minute I thought that his head was just a water droplet. It's so shiny.
That would not surprise me. DA Nat says, lol, Piastri can take Lando in a fist cuff, plus 125 Piastri, minus 250 for Lando in terms of damage. Lando down in 3rd place. That stat still prevails then, that Lando Norris has never led the opening lap after starting on pole position.
It is a weird fact for him, but it usually works out well for him.
It does. Alonso pits. Off go the mediums, on go a used set of hard compound tyre. Now, if it is a one-stop strategy, that's very rare to do it now, to take those tyres 41 laps. They won't last. So,
well, his tyres were degrading rapidly, so he might have a two-stop.
It generally could be a two-stop race.
I think it is.
Is he going to get out ahead of Russell, though? He is. Alonso's overcut Russell.
This was like, hi.
That was not part of the plan. It's not new hards. It's not. That's a wrong graphic. Don't believe that. Alonso's on 1 lap old hard. They are used tyres, but they've only done a lap. But they're not brand new. That graphic is wrong. Trust us up in the commentary box, which tells us this on our timing monitor.
It means both Aston Martins are now on used tyres.
Yeah, they've only had used tyres here for this one. Like, they haven't changed over to another set. They've kept it pretty much spick and span.
They're just using whatever they can.
Yeah. They're going to bolt on Johnny Herbert's old go-karting tyres that used to be on the 50 piece.
I think Lando's going to pit in 2 laps.
Yes, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Oscar
said, what's your thoughts? Still plan A.
Replay of Lando.
This is Lando then, coming into Lesmo 2. Does he put a wheel on the gravel at the exit here? Yes. Oh,
he kind of got catapulted back onto the track.
Yeah. It digs in the rear tyre and spits you.
It was literally just like, no, you stay on track. No more gravel.
Leclerc's dropped 2 seconds. He's made a mistake somewhere.
Probably have the same mistake as him.
Yeah, because look at Lando. And there's gravel again there on the line.
I bet you that was Leclerc.
Yeah, I don't like seeing that gravel around there. I know it's cruel for me to know, but I don't like it. This track, Monza was not ready for a Grand Prix. The same way Aragon wasn't ready for MotoGP. The track surface, to both having been resurfaced, it is not going to do well. And if it rains, this place is going to turn into an ice rink. Forget Italian ice cream, we're going to have Italian gelato.
Leclerc just suddenly adds it to his list.
As we do box to overtake on Leclerc, box to overtake.
He's coming into the...
And that's the first time Lando Norris has listened. Oh, but he's locked up and he's going to be done for speeding in the pit lane. Brake bias was all wrong for Lando Norris. He almost takes out the pit lane marker, and that's going to really affect him now. It was box to overtake Charles Leclerc. It's not going to pay off that way.
He might not get done for speeding in the pit lane. I mean, it was the very opening of it.
And Jess has just told us that Gabriel Mini has been disqualified from the feature race of FIA Formula 3 due to the tyre pressures being below the minimum, which means that it is now definitely Fuller Early as champion by a massive margin, because even if Fuller gets a penalty, Mini not scoring any points means that Fuller Early is officially the F3 champion. As here comes Lando lapping the field already. This is Esteban Ocon.
Oh yeah.
Bye-bye. Easily done on the inside. Well, this is an entertaining little race, isn't it? We're all just waiting for it to rain.
Let's see.
This is Lando. Now, what happened here? There must be something.
Which Ferrari? Okay, that's the point.
Now, this is it. Right, hits the brakes.
Okay.
He was fast. He's going to be speeding in the pit lane, isn't he?
No, because that was before the line signalling the pit lane. He would have slowed down enough by the time.
Hamilton, box. And into the pit lane comes Charles Leclerc. He too locked up. Leclerc locked up as well. Now he puts on a new set of hard tyres and goes. Let's take a look at Lewis Hamilton. It's a new surface. It's the first time they've done a pit stop in anger. Even Hamilton's struggling out of the pit box. 2.5 for Leclerc, 2.3 for Hamilton. Lando Norris is going to get through on both of them. Alexander Albon moves up into 5th place. Charles Leclerc comes out behind Lando Norris. Where's Norris? He's ahead. Yeah, Norris is ahead in the braking zone.
Well, we would have heard anything by now if he was going to get done.
Hamilton comes out ahead of Franco Colapinto, shuts the door on him. I've said that before. Usually it ended with Max Verstappen on the head. Box, yeah, for Piastri. That was smart, that's done. Dumb. Oh, right, Joe's not happy. Joe's in the pit lane.
So they've decided to box Norris first again. Why do they always box him first when Piastri's leading?
Well, hasn't Norris just stopped? Yeah, he's put hard on. Science radio.
This guy will struggle to go to the end.
Okay, understood.
Carlos Sainz on his 30th birthday takes the lead in the Italian Grand Prix.
Woohoo! Stay there.
Into the pit lane comes Oscar Piastri. Pit lane involving Ricciardo has been investigated, as we'll see coming through. Piastri gets a good stop. Verstappen will move up into second place. He's on the hard tyres, remember. Verstappen and Perez are going very, very long in the race. Now, is Piastri going to get out ahead of Lando Norris? Comfortably. But it's now that's going to be Albon in the way. So, yeah, that's Piastri with the net lead of the race. New hard tyres go on. Pit lane incident involving car 3. Ricciardo has been noted for failing to serve the pit lane penalty.
When was that? Where do we pit if we undercut?
Because he thinks they should have stayed.
Because you needed to pit because your tyres were done.
Ferrari, yeah, that's affected them. They're now 7th in this race. Piastri and McLaren, well, both McLarens have got ahead. Leclerc's failed massively now. And it's all put Carlos Sainz in the lead on his 30th birthday.
Which, honestly, I'll take this. Just him leading at least one lap, that's present enough.
I think
even if he doesn't win.
I think you've manifested this a bit too much.
I have.
Megan, yeah. You said you wanted it. Ricciardo is now under investigation by the stewards, failing to serve the time penalty correctly.
What did he do?
Must not have done the 5 seconds that he got penalised for earlier on in the race. So that'll be more penalties coming for him. Lap 18 of 53. Sainz leads. As we change again.
Haven't heard much from Colapinto.
No, we haven't, have we? Here's Norris.
Lando, it's likely we will have to cover with the other car. It'll be papaya rules.
They say papaya rules. So they want to have, as into the pits comes Alexander Albon. So he boxes now from 6th place. And it puts on a brand new set of hard compound tyres. You can hear how slidey the pit lane is.
It's very slidey.
3.1 second stop.
What does that mean, that papaya thing?
Papaya rules. 1-2?
And I'm guessing that's what it means. Either that or take out everyone you can. 10-second time penalty for Danny Rick.
For failing to follow the 5 seconds correctly. As Hamilton goes to the inside of Lance Stroll and makes the move easily down into Dalla Loggia. This race is yin and yang.
A lot of karma going on right now.
I'm just hearing Taylor Swift now. Carlos Sainz on his birthday is going to try and do it. This is Danny Ricciardo. Right, let's count. 1. Oh, no! You can see the mechanic. He touched the front wing before the 5 seconds were up. So the mechanic touches the wing and he remembers and pulls his hand away and goes, what did I do?
Oh, something tells me he's going to get fired.
And he's costing the race.
Well, he's not going to get the race. But, oh.
No mechanic is allowed to touch the car in the 5 second penalty.
Do you reckon he'll get fired for that?
Reprimanded, at least, but it's points that's been lost.
I really hope he doesn't get fired for that, because it's easy to do.
You could see the moment he realised.
It was like, oh, damn.
This is a no-touching zone. He literally went, he's had his hand on the wing, and he went, oh, no, in Italian. Like, oh, mamma mia.
What a mistake.
What a mistake to make. At 19 and 53. Can we just get that mechanic to serve the 10-second time penalty? Go sit on the naughty step.
I was about to say that. Either that or just like, go be Stroll's mechanic for 5 minutes. But why Stroll? It's like, because you need.
This is punishment enough. Max Verstappen, currently winning in 2nd place, had a moment getting himself rear tyres at the exit of Lesmo 2, exactly the same as Lando Norris. Magnussen and Gasly have been noted for causing a collision at turn 4. That's interesting. Into the pit lane comes race leader Carlos Sainz. Max Verstappen leads the Italian Grand Prix, and it's a Red Bull 1-2, but they are on the wrong strategy. There goes Piastri, Norris, and Leclerc. It is 1-2 for Red Bull, 3-4 for McLaren, 5-6 for Ferrari. Stroll pits. Hamilton lines up behind Esteban Ocon. Effectively, though, the two Red Bulls are on the wrong strategy here. They're going to try and make a one-stop work, whereas everyone else is going to try and make the two-stopper work. So this could get entertaining as Hamilton goes to the inside line down to Della Roggia chicane and moves ahead of Esteban Ocon for 7th place.
Stroll is actually currently in the pit lane, so I'm imagining that mechanic's serving his time right now.
Yeah, it can't be that bad. Alonso's had his lap time deleted for track limits. Oh, and so is Magnussen. They're all flying through on the monitor now, up here in the cause box. Sainz, please win, says Jess. Everyone's saying that. Gasly lap time deleted.
Come on, Sainz. You can do it.
Yeah, boy. Race win here.
See that? Go get it.
Well, a Spanish winner in it. You can pick up the pace, Max. It's done. Good night, everybody. Max Verstappen's going to win 3rd year running.
You haven't even pitted yet.
Max hasn't won in 2 months.
3.
July, August.
It's September, Joshua.
I know, but we might win this month. So far, it's 2 months. He hasn't won since June. He hasn't won all summer. Because today is no longer, it's now not summer anymore. We're into autumn.
It is.
According to Abbott Dewhurst, it's now autumn.
According to the weather.
I don't know. All I'm knowing is
20 days. We have 20 days left of summer.
Oh, great. Okay. 20 days of September. No, 30 days of September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31, except for February, who has 28, sometimes 29, depending if it's leap year.
So he won in Spain.
He wins in Monza. If you're going to make me do crofty lines. His last race win was Spain.
And that was the 23rd of June.
Yeah.
Hold on.
2 months ago.
How long has it been since the 23rd of June?
As we see a replay coming through, this is Kevin Magnussen.
2 months and a week.
So 9 weeks.
Yep.
There's Magnussen on the inside line. Locks up! Oh, and he did force Gasly off the track at Della Roggia.
Ouch.
Magnussen on the inside, locks up the front left tyre and bang! Into the side of Gasly. 10-pin bowling.
Ocon just slips him £5. Just like, thank you.
Who forced him off the track? Magnussen?
Yes.
No, he's probably off to do something else.
Is it Hulkenberg?
No, Magnussen and Gasly, according to the stewards.
Oh, of course it's Magnussen.
Yeah, always is.
He's branching out on his chaos.
Valtteri Bottas is in the points. Not for long. Here comes Fernando Alonso on the inside line and puts the Sauber back at the points.
Sorry about this, Valtteri.
Oh, and Alonso locked up. Box to Max. 21 laps is all those hards can do.
Fastest lap is Lando Norris right now.
So it's going to be a 2-stop race. There's usually a 1-stopper.
Something about their tyres just messed up.
Oh, I love this race. The rain's coming. Problem is, it's such a quick race. The rain's really got to come fast. So who kicked up the dust there? Average time lost in the pit lane is 23 seconds. Max is going to come out behind Hamilton here.
Yep.
Sergio Perez is going to lead the Italian Grand Prix. Did Max get it down below the speed limit in time?
I don't think he did. I think he looked to have a little bit of trouble there, didn't he?
Hard tyres again. Oh, it's a slow stop! The rear left did not go off for Max Verstappen! It's a 6.2 second stop! And suddenly, it all goes wrong again for Red Bull! He's going to jump behind Esteban Ocon!
2 months and 2 weeks.
He's jumped behind... He's jumped behind Ocon! Oh my word! Max, let's have from Lando.
On in the lead.
You are allowed to race Oscar Papyrus.
So that is...
Oh, so that basically means
Don't
go
hit
for
your
it.
teammate, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, don't take him out, but just go for it.
Magnussen and Gasly are under investigation for causing a collision. Now watch the rear left of Max Verstappen. It's rear right for us.
They couldn't
The
get
nut
it
was on.
on.
Yeah. Now, interesting enough, Megan, they've gone from hard to hard. So they're on a two-stopper as well.
They want to go long term, but
to medium.
It won't last.
Max is looking, going like, what the is going on?
Just like, why? Why did you do
Why?
Red Bull.
He hit the steering wheel there as well. Punched it hard.
Well, that's not going to speed you any up. Did it twice.
Here comes Sergio Perez. Oscar Piastri retakes the lead, then Norris goes second. Now, let's see what happens with Sergio Perez.
Actually, no, I want a quick stop.
It was 2.8 seconds. Still not fast. And the front left was a bit slow.
Still comes out ahead of Max.
Oh, this is going to hurt, isn't it? Perez is going to come out way ahead of Max Verstappen here. Where is Max? Max is coming down now.
Isn't it?
Perez has just rejoined the circuit and Max has passed him. Let's hear from Verstappen.
So how do we do this then?
We just get on with it now, Max.
Basically, accept whatever position you end up getting.
Shake and bake, baby, shake and bake.
Let me see.
Verstappen is already going to go past Ocon. He moves to the inside line of the Dalla Rocha chicane and makes the move stick. Verstappen moves up into 6th place. Well, this is going to be a tasting of the Grand Prix, isn't it? Formula 1 is really coming alive. It's reminding me more and more of 2010. So, Verstappen's going to do another 22 laps on these hards. That takes us to 44 laps. And then he'll do the last 9 on what, mediums or softs? Medium, probably. That's a really weird strategy that they've come up with there.
It is.
Norris, fastest lap. Hang on a minute. It got confused there. It's Piastri fastest lap. It's a 1:23.315.
Incident involving cars 20 Magnussen and 10 Gasly under investigation causing a collision.
As Magnussen breezes through on the inside of Gasly again, this time on the inside line into the parabolica. Rain has moved away to the north of the track, says Philip Lindman, our colleague. So hello, Philip. So it looks like that's done. Max Verstappen is about to do Esteban Ocon to the inside line. And he gets ahead into the braking zone and moves up into 6th position. And oh no, sorry, that's Sergio Perez. Sorry. Verstappen is 6th, Perez is 7th, so Verstappen's already passed him a lap ago, of course he did.
Verstappen has to deal with Hamilton.
Yes, he does. That never goes well at Monza.
Oh look, it's 3 Ferraris in a row.
It's a 10-second time penalty for Kevin Magnussen for causing a collision.
3 Ferraris in a row. Just
where? Oh yes, Hamilton. Yes, nicely done. Nicely done, then, mate. Nicely done. So we're approaching halfway. There's Magnussen's penalty confirmed by the stewards. And here comes George Russell. He's going to get through an Esteban Ocon. Ocon goes defensive. Russell's got the inside line down to the Ascari chicane. Gets it done with the DRS. Nicely done indeed from George Russell. And Perez kicked up some of the dust as well. It's a new fast lap for Piastri again. A 1:23.230. So the lead chugging away at the front. Can I just point out, we've only been racing for 40 minutes. We're nearly halfway. This race does not take long. Megan.
a penalty for Magnussen. What's his points at?
Oh, he's fine now.
Something tells me that just makes him think that he can get more.
He'll get close to the limit, but they've started to tick off now. Magnussen might get more, though, as he passes Bottas for 12th down the inside line towards the Rettifilio.
You see, Magnussen doesn't take the points as a caution. He takes it as a challenge.
Yeah.
Let's see how many I can get.
Edges closer to 12, and then just back.
Yeah, it's like, I am not doing anything wrong. He likes to have his team with the hearts in their mouths.
Yeah. Good to Steiner, he misses him, so he just wants to give him some stress from home.
He's just like, here it is. Here's the penalties.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
It's all fine, Gov. It's all fine.
Where's the door?
Oscar Piastri's marching away for his second ever win in Formula One.
Are they taking it in turns or something?
I do think that it seems to be McLaren going like, okay, let's see what happens. But Lando needs points for the championship over Max.
They need to prioritise that. But I generally feel like they must have a deal or something now saying, it's like, okay, you win that week, I win this week. You win this week, I win that week. We take it in turns.
It's 2 weeks until the next race in Azerbaijan, isn't it? So I wonder who's going to win there.
So 2 weeks and 3 weeks.
Yeah. 9 weeks and 3, yeah. Here comes Fernando Alonso. This time with Esteban Ocon on the inside line, down to the Rettifilio. Has Ocon got damaged? It's like a windlet's just loose there.
Maybe a little bit.
Is that grandstand called El Overa? Didn't know they had jacked up with stand. Look at that from Daniel Ricciardo. He dive bombed from so far back on Gasly. Can't make the move stick coming through the Rettifilio. Down through Coda Grande. And then continuing to rise towards the Dana Roggia chicane. Dive bomb, swap back, Ricciardo to the inside line, still can't do it. Gasly though speaks out. Over the track he goes. And Ricciardo is let back through. I think Gasly could have held on to that one, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, he gained position before he went off.
Yeah, Sainz has backed off massively, by the way. Look at the gap. He's battling with Hamilton on the driver tracker.
Come on!
He's battling with Hamilton. The top three are now...
Okay, I know you're angry he took your seat, but still.
Yeah, but the top three are Piastri, Norris and Leclerc, separated by 4 seconds. And it looks close on the driver tracker, to be fair. This is Danny Rick. Who do you think's at fault here? I don't think Gasly should have given that place back. That was fine.
He'd already passed it.
Yeah.
You don't think papaya rules means PR, does it?
PR?
Yeah.
Public relations?
Yeah. I don't know.
What? Don't make us say, please, please,
Don't
please.
make it repeat what we had last time.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it does.
It just sounds like code.
Slowly put the hut up. Last time McLaren won here, of course, with a 1-2. 2021. Lando finished second that day as well. He does not want to finish second again.
This is like, Oscar, you can take it. I'm not having an Australian beat me at this track again.
Yeah, it would be as well. Coincidence and a half, wouldn't it?
Lando just says, why are all my teammates Australian? You had a Spaniard. I know, but why did you get rid of him?
Why did they get rid of?
I don't know.
Carlos. I had to scratch my head there.
Why is everyone getting rid of Carlos these days?
Carlos is off to Williams.
He just wants to be back with them.
Yeah, it'll be fine. All's fine. Danny Ricciardo is going after Valtteri Bottas. Arguably drivers who, yeah, you look further down, you start questioning, don't you? Whether they're fit for Formula One. Bottas, I think, still has the energy, but
yeah,
Sauber's not their team.
He's for comedic.
Yeah. Ricciardo, though, with the DRS, going to pull to the outside down to the Rettifilio.
Sergio Perez, what? Did you pay for a box? A box of things?
That Sauber is so slow, I think an F2 car can beat it down the straight. It has got no pace at all. Joe is 6 seconds back to Hulkenberg.
Colapinto is ahead of him.
Bottas, yeah, Colapinto is up in 16th place, but he's also ahead of Stroll, which I think marks it, doesn't it?
Mm. He's already doing better than his predecessor.
There is Franco Colapinto. In a battle with Gasly and Bottas.
Oh, they grow so fast.
Come on, Franco. The young Argentine driver. 9 races he's got in... What was it, 9? Yeah, 9 races he's got in Formula 1.
You can do it. You're doing better than Sargent did in the past few races.
He really is.
Seems.
If he can do this after 1 race, he's going to get better and better and better.
Yeah. We hope.
We hope, yeah. Everyone just staying remarkably consistent as Piastri just continues to pound in the fastest laps. 1:23.066.
Yeah, to deal with Danny Rick to just get first place.
Mark Webber is on the Channel 4 team, I think, this weekend as well. How happy is he going to be that the driver he manages is going stronger and stronger.
Front left looks pretty bad, according to Lando Norris.
Oh, great. Let's have a look.
I'm going to get overtaken, says Pierre Gasly.
And because Colapinto's going to go for it on the inside line, and Gasly can't do anything. Franco Colapinto makes a move in Formula 1.
15.
That's his first overtake.
Oh. And it was from Gasly.
I'm surprised it was upside down. Yeah, look, you can see on the tyre, look, can't you? If I take that iPad forward, look. There's a visible line now appearing on the inner right, the front right for Lando Norris.
What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Says Carlos Sainz. Birthday candles.
Cake.
A team that supports you. I mean, last time Carlos Sainz had a birthday in Ferrari, he always got his head pushed in a cake.
Starting to struggle. This is when Red Bull started to have graining, around lap 15 in the stint.
Yeah, just on that point.
Well, look, Norris is not Red Bull. Why bring them into it?
Yeah. What's that?
I said, why bring them into it?
Visible. Oh, hang on, that's Perez and Russell. Russell's going around the outside, and Leclerc's past Norris at the same time, and Russell's off the track, and Norris and Leclerc are battling side by side. What? Norris cut the chicane at the Dalla Roggia. I'm going to keep an eye on this as well. Perez versus Russell. They're side by side. Perez goes ahead. Russell comes back round the outside line down to Dalla Roggia. Perez goes ahead, and Norris missed his braking spot coming into Dalla Roggia. Momentarily, Leclerc went through, but Norris has now regained second place.
Here we are.
Yeah, so Lando went off the track. I saw it on the onboard on the iPad. I saw them swap on the driver tracker, and then I looked down at the iPad and saw the incident. Are they going to replay on the world feed for anybody who didn't know?
They're both.
Well, Leclerc's going to have the DRS, but he's already backed off. Lando's on maximum attack. Can we get a replay, please?
We might get word from Perez soon.
Why? Forced off the track?
Said, yeah, he gave me position back, then raised me. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Look at the rear graining on Charles Leclerc as well. Bombastic driving styles.
Time deleted for Lando, and
yeah, there's confirmation. It happened a lap ago. We've yet to see the replay, though, from race control.
We might get investigations about to happen.
Here we go. So we saw this on the iPad. You now see it back at home if you're watching on with us. Down to the Rettifilio. Hits the brakes, Megan. Doesn't stop.
Strange. He seems to be stuck in second gear, too.
Yeah. Outbrakes himself. And then Leclerc's going to slip back. So this is what Perez is on about. Russell off the track. Yes. Well, that's Perez forcing him off the track.
There was no room given there.
Yeah, that's Perez's fault for not leaving enough room.
Should get investigated for that.
What is he doing? He gave me the position and next he raced me?
No, he didn't overtake.
Well, yes, he went. I mean, he still is in a race.
Yeah.
He did the sportsman-like thing to do and give the position back because he went off track, and then of course he raced you. We wasn't going to be like, okay, do you know what?
Norris pits. Lando Norris has dived into the pit lane. Now that's very odd.
That's because he has really bad tyres now.
That's going to change the complexion of the race massively now, isn't it? Hard tyres. Oh no, it's a slow stop!
You did not just do that!
3.3 seconds. It was a slow rear right, and they left him on the jack for ages. What are McLaren doing? And Verstappen goes through. What are they doing?
Great.
They just left him on the jack for absolutely ages.
Oh, please let Verstappen need another pit stop. Though it does mean he's technically undercutted the entire field.
Ah, the front right wheel nut wasn't connected in time. They had to have another go at it. I was watching Lando's onboard on the iPad. The front right gun went on and it didn't go green, so they had to tighten it again. So Lando cost him a second there.
Lando has just undercut the entire field.
Why, what tyres he put on anyway?
Hards. He can go to the end of a race while everyone else will have to stop at least one more time.
14, yeah, he's fine. Yeah, Lando's...
He could take the lead of a race now.
20 laps, they're doable. Lando's actually good to the end. He can now undercut. Yes, he's just got to save the tyres and he should be fine.
He has undercut everyone.
A safety car would not help him, though. He now needs this race to go safety car free.
Sargent's no longer here, so it's fine.
I don't know why I'm clicking my front left so much.
Maybe because you keep hitting the curbs? That might be one of the reasons.
This is a very entertaining Grand Prix, isn't it? Why is it this year with F1? But now Verstappen's going to extend his lead in the title, not Norris close it down.
We need Norris to finish ahead of Verstappen each time.
We need sprints.
The minute that we do.
Yeah, we've got, what, 3 coming up?
We need Verstappen to lose at the moment.
Russell boxes for the second time, and he's going to put on another set of hard tyres. So, Megan, Mercedes have realised it's a slow stop for them as well. Rear right. 4.2 seconds. Is everyone forgetting how to do pit stops this weekend?
I don't know, but that means 2 drives that just undercut people.
Puts Albon and Magnussen inside the top 10.
Not for long.
Where is Colapinto?
13th!
Yeah. I was just wondering. He's still ahead of Stroll, but he's going to come out behind Russell.
Bottas pits. 3 drivers undercutting the entire field. He started a train.
Yeah, well, Bottas, the only thing he could undercut is his contract, so... Someone's taking the bollard out.
I'll give you 3 guesses who it probably was.
Yeah, let's go on board with Lance Stroll, shall we? As he comes down into Dall'Orgia.
Chalk of the devil.
He's even got holes in his helmet for ventilation. How that's got through security, I don't know. This is George Russell. Was it him?
Was it?
Yes, it was. No, he just touched the grass.
Yeah, it probably was Stroll.
Well, why are we going to replay that then for Russell?
Maybe because his engine sounds a bit weird and he keeps the dust apparently.
Where is Russell now? 12th. That was ages ago. Magnussen. Trying to have a go at Albon. But Albon fought back. He was still there! Albon cut the track, didn't he? Yes, he did. So Albon needs to give that place back to Magnussen, I'd say. And this was Russell's stop. Look
he already has.
Okay, look at the rear right. Oh, it's rear left.
Again.
Same as Perez.
I love how George just sat there just like, this is my life.
I wonder if Bortoletto would have been a better chance to get south after his winter days, says Jess. Possibly. If that's a signing for 2026. There's Stroll. He's still highlighting him in a battle with Colapinto. 18 laps to go. We've done 18. Look, we've done 36 laps in 50 minutes. It's not a long race. We're near the end. It flies by here in Monza. It really does. So it's going to be Perez, box.
Do you know, whenever I walk out this commentary box, I always think it's going to be pitch black outside.
Yeah, that's because we've been having too much of a run around. Down we come again then. And Perez boxes from 7th. So he's going to change over. Now, how long's this stop? Hello? That's mediums for Perez. 2.3 seconds, by the way. Perez has gone to mediums. Perez is alternative to Max. What, Megan?
Sorry, they called Lewis Sir. I wonder if they do that a lot.
Probably.
So, he's all going alternative.
Yeah, look, Perez is on the mediums, just off the pit lane. So that's going to be an entertaining little factor to keep in this race. Max is on hard. Say again?
It's a bit late for them to try it out now. It's a bit late for them to try it out now.
3rd time's a charm. Boom at microphones, remember. Gotta talk.
Hello.
That works. This is Danny Ricciardo getting passed by George Russell with the DRS on the inside line down to the Rettifilio. Slipstream and a half. Very nicely done by George. Hey there, Georgie boy. 17 laps to go, the Italian Grand Prix here at Monza. Piastri leads, 5 seconds to Leclerc. Then it's Sainz. So Ferrari might get a double podium here, but Piastri is looking like he's going to take another win. That's going to be what? Let's hear from Max.
When it's possible to defend, you want me to race him?
Yes, please, yeah.
And him
yes, get in a race, Max. We want you to race.
That is... I think... Is that Perez or Hamilton?
This is why he hasn't won it.
Dog's heard that.
He said this is why he hasn't won in 2 months.
Yeah.
Also, I think Hamilton.
Yeah, must be Hamilton. on board with Perez. This is an Albon down towards the Rettifilio. Perez again going defensive. My toes hurt, I just noticed. Perez on the inside line. Gets through nicely on Albon. Has Albon cut the corner? I guess he has.
Why do you dislike that corner?
And Russell goes through. I kind of knew that was coming. I was expecting it.
I think Albon's given up with that corner. He just doesn't try now.
Safety car window is open. Not that there is going to be a safety car, but mine has smashed it up on Thursday. But there is a backup safety car. F1 has not had a safety car since Canada. So that is
Piastri.
I think there's any chance we can one stop.
I don't think so. Front left is pretty dead.
Understood.
Hamilton boxes. He puts on a new set of hard compound tyres. So now it's everybody switching around. It's Lando Norris who is going to have to catch Verstappen. Verstappen's going to have to stop again, though, because he's only used 2 hards. He has yet to use a medium.
Yeah.
So Lando's got the advantage in this race.
He does.
Okay. Hamilton now is going to follow in behind him in 6th.
Oscar will get out if he has a normal stop just ahead of Lando.
I'm trying to work out who's going to... Yeah, it's difficult to work it out.
Lando needs to speed up a bit.
Lando needs to get ahead of Max here. I reckon that's who they're on about here. Oh! Russell goes through on Perez, but Perez gave him no room. So Russell just sort of goes and takes all the available track at the Rettifilio. That was dangerous from Perez. Perez fights back to the inside. Coming through Dalla Roggia. Side by side. Russell has the inside line into the chicane. Perez is not going to give up that easily and does so. 15 laps to do. We'll try it again. 15 laps to go. Anything can happen as Charles Leclerc takes the lead of the race. Piastri boxes. Slow stop at the front left.
2.8.
Is Norris going to get ahead? We know Verstappen has to stop again. It's a Ferrari 1-2 here as they come out the pit lane. Is Norris going to get ahead of Piastri? It's going to be very tight. Verstappen's coming down the start-finish straight now with them. There they are. Piastri gets out ahead of Verstappen and Norris is closing him in as well.
Colapinto's up into 12.
Red Bull are having a very difficult day here because they are the prey, not the hunted.
Such sweet justice.
Albon is 10th, Colapinto's 12th, as you say, and Colapinto might just get some points here.
I hope so.
Akin to what De Vries did here 2 years ago. Oh boy. So Max has to stop again because he's only used hards. He's not going to like that.
No.
Piastri doesn't have to stop again.
I think they just told him.
Lando doesn't have to stop again. It's a 1-2.
Yeah.
Now, what do you say about Perez here on Russell?
Wait a minute.
He looks, and squeezes him. It's Perez's fault.
Moving on to braking.
Yes. Was that what you were pointing, trying to think about?
Yeah. I was trying to think what other words. I know this, but I don't know the words. He moved under braking.
Got to be a penalty then coming as well. Here comes Lando Norris versus Max Verstappen. Lando has the DRS down to the Rettifilio. Come on, F1 fans. You know how this goes. Max squeezes Lando. Lando swings back. And they're side by side. And Max stays ahead.
Lando, just leave him. He's going to have to pit soon anyway.
That's true. It's time for Max Verstappen's greatest hits. Literally. This time it's going to be Dalla Roggia. Max goes defensive. Regains his racing line.
I don't think the wheel head situation, though, would really help. That's more of a him and Hamilton thing.
Yeah, well, Max was told don't look back in anger.
Look who you've accidentally run over the car of.
Today is going to be the day. Any more racist jokes you want to bring up there today? Max again goes defensive into Ascari. Lando's right there. This is weird. Max is vulnerable. It's like seeing a lion turn into a kitten. You sort of feel sorry for it.
He hasn't even done any sim racing today.
Yeah. No, he hasn't. Let's have a look then. Reel him in, Fishy. Out of the last corner of the parabolica. You're going to want to stand for this. This is going to be good.
Why?
Because I know how this is going to go.
Why not?
Max is going to take Lando out here. History's going to repeat itself. Max getting overtaken. Lando round the outside. Lando shuts the door. Max swings round the outside. We've heard this before. And Lando Norris passes Max Verstappen. Whew. Mark the date. Red Bull have been passed. At 4:01 Italian time on the 1st of September. Yes! You can't see me in the comments box if you're listening on the USON. Could the Ferrari one stop? Stop crying your heart out, Max. Get it. I do, Jess. Hashtag spot the song lyric. Oh, come on. I'm so Maxi can wait. I put on so Sally can wait. I'm trying to think if there's anybody inside it. Max, box. Well, that was predictable. I said with 12 to go, he'll go on to mediums, didn't I?
This is why Lando should have waited. He could have saved some tyres.
Yeah, that's just playing into Max's ego a little bit there as well.
Yeah, he was just like, look at me, I can pass you.
Stroll's been gone off the track.
I've beaten you twice and now I've passed you. What'd you say?
Hit me, baby, one more time, but what Max wants to do half the time. Stroll round the outside. So this is qualifying now, in the words of Stu. Oh, okay. Into the pit lane comes Max. Goes onto the medium tyres, 2.3. That's more like it for Red Bull. Hamilton will go back through, but now Max is going to be faster for the end of this race.
Magnussen's in 7th.
Yeah. Magnussen is with Russell and Perez coming out the last corner. There they are.
He is very behind.
Russell's going to get through on the inside of Magnussen down towards the Rettifilio, and he's done it. Russell's up to 7th. Magnussen's not 5 places where he finished though. Lando.
Okay.
The Ferraris are going to try one. They think it's difficult, but they might as well try. So this is qualifying now. In the words of Stu, just try fast.
Just drive fast! Go! So, we've got 12 laps to go. The gap is 3 seconds. Well, Leclerc's got 10 seconds to Sainz. The gap between Leclerc and Piastri is 14 seconds. The gap between Leclerc and Norris, 19 seconds. So basically what we're saying is, come on, Charles! Come on, Charles! You can do it! You can win again in Italy!
Do you know what I'm saying? Come on, Carlos, you can do it. You can get 10 seconds in 10 laps.
Do you know, I'm going to say, this might be a Ferrari one too.
Oh, that would be such a great birthday present.
I'm trying to think of the last Ferrari one. Jess, you're watching along. Omi's in the pit lane. When was the last Ferrari 1-2 at Monza? Was it Schumacher and Barrichello? Was it Schumacher and Massa? Was it Alonso and Massa? Or was it, of my knowledge, Berger and Alesi in 89? Like really back in time. A Ferrari, if Ferrari going to 1-2 at Monza, this place is going to erupt. I kind of want that now. I'm sorry. I do. I want Ferrari to win.
I love McLaren, but Ferrari should win this, especially with their last year together.
Ferrari, everybody is a Ferrari fan.
And it's Carlos's birthday.
Has the timing tower changed? No.
So he needs it. Even just a 2nd place would do.
Everybody is a Ferrari fan. Everybody wants to see Ferrari do well.
Honestly, I would love for Hamilton to get 3rd place, just so then you can say it's just all Ferrari.
10 laps to go. That graining, though, is massive.
Degradation. Maybe Charles will pit.
If Ferrari can do it on a one stop, we will never question their strategy again. I'm keeping an eye on Leclerc's time now.
Come on, Carlos.
He's still good. He's keeping that gap to Sainz and Piastri. Leclerc's not losing time yet. Piastri just does a 1:12.066 and now the gap is down to 12 seconds. Yeah, but that's 12 seconds in 10 laps. That is very hard to do.
But it's 1.5 seconds to Sainz.
In Monza, Jess, in Monza. Ferrari, Jess is right though, Ferrari had a 1-2 in Australia earlier on this year, of course, Sainz and Leclerc 1-2. But when was the last time at Monza, at their home circuit, they had a 1-2? I can't remember.
Why do they keep calling Lewis Sir? Why do you keep mentioning his title?
1:21.745, Max Verstappen, fastest lap of the race. Not that it's going to do much as Perez passes Magnussen. at least try and make it status quo in the standings. Let Russell pass Max, and then it's Ferrari. Oh, hang on a minute. Piastri's caught up to the back of Carlos Sainz like nobody's business. How's he done that? Has Sainz been off the road?
No.
No, he has. Look at the gap. Sainz has been off the road. How's he done that?
He hasn't lost any time.
Sainz has made a mistake somewhere, surely. How did Piastri gain that back? 4 seconds in a lap.
Okay, that is actually quite impressive.
No, that's got to be an off somewhere for Sainz.
Yeah, I don't think it's nearly gone, but I guess we try, yeah.
Copy, understood.
So this is going to be Carlos Sainz trying to keep Oscar Piastri behind him. We're going to be in for a grandstand finish here in Monza. That's certainly going to be the case. Piastri is going to try and get past Sainz. The top 7, by the way, are all the race winners this year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and where's Perez?
8. Still yet the win. Just
Not
get rid of
fine.
him. Get the hell rid of him. This will also mean that the gap in the championship closed up at 13 points for McLaren the constructors. Sainz goes right to defend. Piastri stays on his line. It's a parting of the Red Sea, and through goes Piastri to second place.
At least he's still on the podium.
Leclerc, gap 11 seconds with 8 laps to go. What lap is it?
46.
46. Yeah, nervous. Lando 4.5 behind.
No. I'm pretty sure they said Captain Leclerc just said to Oscar.
I will not be surprised. All I'm saying is, Megan, that this is going to be a dangerous end to this Grand Prix. There is 8 laps to go. I knew there was. 8 laps to go. Leclerc leads by 11 seconds. Oh my God, Ferrari at Monza. This is... Oh my word. What is it this year about races? I just don't know. Lando's going to get past Sainz here. It won't be a Ferrari double podium.
You never know. Piastri might crash. I hope he doesn't, but still.
No.
Leclerc might.
When was the last time that Red Bull were outside the top 5? That was a long time ago. No, you've got your stats results. I can say it's in time. 5th in Spa. 5th in Hungary. 2nd in Silverstone. 5th in Austria. 1st. It must be Australia. 6th. Monaco. Wow. So this is Max's 2nd worst result of the year without a DNF. Lando has caught up to the back of Carlos Sainz as they come through the Rettifilio. They'll get back on the power. Nervousness is in the air. 7 laps to go. The gap is still 10 seconds. This is all fine. I think now Piastri knows it can't be done. You're running out of time. Leclerc just needs to keep it on the track.
And brake balance +1.
Leave me alone with this. If I don't do things you ask, don't ask that time.
In the words of Kimi Raikkonen, just leave me alone, I know what I'm doing. Leave him to it, Ferrari, just leave him. Gap now 9 seconds.
Every time Leclerc wins, Red Bull are outside the top 5.
Yes, that's true. That is true, actually, yeah.
Let's see if it's the same for all Ferrari wins.
Here he comes. Lando Norris is going to get ahead of Carlos Sainz for 3rd place. Into the parabolica. It's not going to be that good enough. It'll be DRS for Lando Norris down the start-finish straight. Down towards the Rettifilio we come. Lando has the DRS. He's going for the move. And Lando Norris takes 3rd. And the Tifosi scream in pain. But now hope that with 6 laps to go, the gap at 8 seconds, that's now back to 9, stays.
All he had with his podium, Lando. I worry he's going to try and run you over with a golf cart.
Well, this is what happens when you try one stopper. You put your hearts in your mouth. And it's a grandstand finish. Can Leclerc hold on? They've got 9 seconds now. The tyres are 32 laps old for Charles Leclerc, by the way. They're going to have to do 40 laps.
Oh my.
Lando, simple move.
Was. I'm pretty sure he just let him through at that point.
Yeah. He was not going to defend that on old tyres, was he?
Maybe his 30s, he just doesn't care.
He's 30, turned wise. I was not going to say dirty.
Fourth is good enough for
Or
30.
flirty. What's the line?
I don't know. Fourth is good enough.
5 laps to go. The gap is 8 seconds. The Tifosi, you can hear them in the back of the headset. They are screaming. They are chanting. It is literally nervousness right now. Oh my word. The crowd are going absolutely bananas. The pit straight is just noise. Max Radio.
Stop window.
Can people in the background please be awake? I know this is a position, but it's important.
Yes, copy that, Max.
Does he mean the fans or the drivers at the back?
The Tifosi are literally cheering on Charles Leclerc in every single corner. They are willing him on as soon as the car goes past. It's like he's doing a Mexican wave at every part of the track. I've not seen this since Nigel Mansell and Mansell-mania. This is unbelievable stuff. Not even Hamilton and Silverstone got this reception. They are literally willing him on every single lap.
Oh no. Lance, I had a really strange feeling.
Every time,
you better not!
Every time Lance has a strange feeling, he ends up in the barrier.
Yeah, he does. Wait till the last lap, Lance.
Just listen to this as Charles Leclerc comes down the start-finish straight with 4 laps to go. You can hear the crowd, listen. They are cheering like never before. There they are, listen. I've never seen this before. This could be another one for Ferrari. They haven't won here since 2019 when Charles Leclerc last gave them the victory.
64 points for Gap.
Oh my God, won the championship. Oh my word. Come on, you little darling. Just do it. 2
more race wins and a second place, or even a third, will do him the race.
Hulkenberg's past Joe. Arthur Leclerc, Charles' brother, is watching along as well.
Every time Arthur Leclerc's there, he wins.
I want to know what Omi's feeling right now. He's a Ferrari fan, he's a Charles Leclerc fan, and he's leading at Monza. What a race for him to host. And listen to the fans. Woohoo! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
You can do it, you can do it.
I think you have to be on your feet.
And a bit. These aren't very easy to wear.
Neither are these. I think I'm straight up going through them.
Yeah, but you're wearing socks, I'm not.
Yeah, well. Look at the Constructors' Championship. There'll be just 10 points between Red Bull and McLaren. We have a title fight in the championship. We have a title fight in the Constructors. Ferrari will move within 40 points of Red Bull as well.
30 points of...
Monza has electrocuted the championship. We have 3 to go. The gap is 6 seconds.
Zhou Guanyu, that's a car. Well done.
Oh my God. Oh, Formula One, it's coming alive. Red Bull are self-destructing in front of our eyes.
What is it with motorsports now?
And the championships are just coming alive. Got NASCAR later. Alex Palou could win the IndyCar title today.
Oh.
If he's more than 54 points ahead. He's at 47 now.
I hope.
Means Nashville's boring, but we'll take that.
What?
Means Nashville's boring. Not the road course, remember, it's at the Oval. Listen to the crowd! Driver of the day is going to be Lando Norris.
Let's face it.
But I doubt that. That might change quite quickly to Charles Leclerc.
Yeah.
I think Leclerc's done a faultless drive, to be fair.
Either way, it's going to be a Ferrari.
Oh my God! Charles Leclerc, victory in 2019, Ferrari's first home win in almost a decade. finished 4th and the podium in 22. It's 2 laps to go now.
Lewis has just asked, who's got the fastest time? He's going to aim to take that away, which means the gap would go down to 63.
Oh, it's closing up, isn't it?
Go on, Lewis, take that away.
Stroll is into the pit lane. He's going for the said fastest lap. And that would take the point away anyway from Max. He wouldn't get it.
Go for it, go for it. Anyone apart from Max, go for it.
Because it just closes all the titles up. Joe Grand is not going to finish last.
Wow.
Unless Stroll's in to retire.
Though Colapinto would finish 13th.
Stroll has pitted for soft tyres. He is going for the fastest lap.
Good.
I don't know what to do here. It's getting so loud. You've got to stand up now. Monza is erupting. Look at the crowd.
First F1 race and has already done better than Sargent did.
Yeah, that's true. 13th. Oh, my word. Albon's going to get a point in 10th. It's going to be one more lap.
Williams seem happier now.
5.793 kilometres remain for Charles Leclerc and Ferrari. You can look as Alessandro Del Piero, the former Italian footballer, will get ready to wave the checkered flag. You can hear the crowd behind the microphone getting louder and louder. The gap is down to 3.999. But I don't think anything can stop this. Charles Leclerc is about to complete a dream season. He may not be world champion, but he won his home race in Monaco earlier on this year. It took so much emotion for him to walk around the streets on Thursday and know he had a car that could win. He did a faultless weekend. He took victory. He was emotional. He remembered his father who got him all the way here. And now in the same season, his dream team of Ferrari, he's going to win for the second time at Monza. 2 home race victories for a driver is something special. The Tifosi cheer him on. We've been questioning where Ferrari's pace have gone since Monaco. It's back in Monza. The M curse is the M delight. Charles Leclerc exits the parabolica. It's Forza Ferrari and Forza Leclerc. Charles Leclerc wins the Italian Grand Prix for Ferrari. And Monza goes absolutely bananas. Lando Norris gets the fastest lap at the end. A 1:21.432. Piastri is second. But Charles Leclerc, Monza to Monaco, c'est magnifique. Forza Ferrari. They are victorious again. And the Tifosi get a home win. Woohoo! That's such a dream season for him.
Winning not only his home race, but then he wins the Italian race for an Italian team.
Fantastic. 2 wins in Monza for the Scarlet Ferraris. Ferrari win on a one-stop strategy. Carlos Sainz finishes 4th. And it's formation home for the 2 Scarlet cars. A tremendous, tremendous race. Charles wins Monaco and Monza in 1 year. Let's hear from him now.
Ma come mi fai sognare, come mi fai sognare.
Grandissimi! Un'altra volta e torniamo!
Grazie Charles. Monaco e Monza adesso è mio.
Mamma mia. Questa stagione però è da infarto, Tra alti e bassi, mamma mia. Però come sono belli gli alti. Oh, grazie a tutti, veramente. A tutta l'azienda che ha fatto un lavoro della Madonna per portarci gli upgrade. Grazie a voi. C'è ancora tanto lavoro. Però a casa nostra. Di nuovo, come nel 19. Mamma mia. Grandissimi.
Oh, the fact Charles Leclerc is absolutely loving life. Colapinto finished 12th. Albon finished 9th. He passed Magnussen at the line. Did Stroll get the fastest lap? No.
That's Lando's.
Lando gets the bonus point away from Max. Eat that.
Meaning the gap is 60.
9 points in the constructors as well. Oh, we have a title fight in Formula 1.
The gap is 63 now.
Drivers on, constructors on. Oh, yes. There is no better feeling than this.
The McLarens come in together.
Jess says as well that she got it right. I predicted in Zandvoort that whoever hadn't won a second race will do so at Monza. 2-2-2-2-2. That's, again, Max has now not won in 2 months. What was it, 9 weeks in total?
Yep, and it will be 11 weeks.
Grandissimo, grandissimo!
È grandissima strategia anche.
Oh, okay.
Cioè, è grande tutto. Anche la macchina andava forte oggi. Grazie, 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 grazie.
My Italian's improving. Charles Leclerc repeats what I say.
Second race in a row that Lando Norris gets the fastest lap.
That's true. Jess says that Baku is going to be Piastri. Thing is, a straight line speed circuit, Max isn't going to win there either. That's going to favour McLaren. So Jess is probably right. It's going to be McLaren. It's going to be Piastri.
So will this.
In Singapore, yeah. Do you know, I do think that Max won't win now.
He might not.
I don't think he's going to win.
Just remember how many races we've got left.
What, 8 now?
We're currently on round 16, so yeah, 8.
Plus the 3 sprints. Excuse me, the 3 sprints.
And I don't think many of them are Red Bull favouring. Maybe Qatar.
Look at Charles Leclerc. The carbon fibre livery was definitely the one they needed to go with for the fire suits. Ferrari are out. He jumps into them. An amazing Italian Grand Prix. I did not expect that. I've lost my words. We've got some pancakes. I'm going to need that.
Yeah, I'm quite hungry.
I'm quite hungry as well, actually.
I'm going to put some balloons next to Carlos Sainz's.
Omi's going to host us to the outro, and he'll get our thoughts as well on the proceedings, probably. Oh, this is a good... Arthur Leclerc as well in that mix. This is a good day in Formula 1. And I'm glad that we had passion again on the radio to win a race. It's been a year, hasn't it?
Yes.
Oscar looks disappointed not to win, but happy with second. Lando doesn't do it. First to third. And the invasion begins at Monza for the fans. We're going to hear the Italian national anthem at Monza. Woohoo! Da 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 da. Oh,
I might have to go in a minute.
You're going to miss the podium?
Yes.
What?
I miss the podium all the time.
With this, you're going to miss the best podium of the year by 1,000,000 miles. Zach Brown congratulates Fred Vasseur. Fred Vasseur's first win at Monza as the new team principal. Ferrari are cooking something special, and they've got Lewis Hamilton coming next year, of course.
He's been very good for the team so far.
Oh, look at that. There's the prancing horse. The Ferrari flag's running around. And there's Nicole Fry, our colleague on the Grid Network Fans in Focus, running down the start-finish straight we just saw. Her stories are going to be fun.
Question. How do you spell Colapinto's name?
It's on the timer screen somewhere.
There it is.
Megan.
I've got it.
I was going to say, it's on my notes here. Colapinto. Let's hear from Charles Leclerc. They take the photo with the car as well. They are P1 in Monza. What a squad.
And with that suit.
The carbon fibre anniversary livery.
Yeah.
Best podium of the year. Nico Rosberg will host the post-race interviews. Let's hear from them now.
Hosting the post-race interviews, this could be noisy.
Wow, this is Formula One at its very, very best. It's completely unpredictable at the moment. Ferrari catching that surprise win here today. Lando, I'm sure we have to start with that turn 4 overtake that Oscar did on you right after the start. Did he catch you by surprise?
Of course, because he got past. But yeah, I don't know what I should have done differently there. If I brake 1 meter later, we probably would have crashed. So something we'll look at. But I mean, Ferrari just drove a better race today, especially Charles. He did a very good job. So just hats off to them.
Was the one stop ever a possibility for you when you were chatting with your engineers or something?
No.
That was never considered?
I mean, we considered it the whole race, but not possible with the amount of graining that I had. So yeah, it's a tough one. We knew it would be tight, but just with our car and some of the limitations we have, it wasn't possible today. So we knew it. We knew that could be a possibility. So I was disappointed, of course, but yeah, Ferrari did a better job. They had a better car today, and that's hats off to them.
In order to fight Verstappen for the championship, you really need all the points all the time. And now there's Oscar, you know, who's kind of in between there and taking points away from you as well. What's your thoughts on that?
Well done to him. He did a good job. He got past me, and he deserves it.
All right, thank you very much, Lando. Congrats anyways on third place.
There's the Stampede heading under the podium for the celebrations.
Oscar, that was a great race from you. Definitely, I think you did all you could, but I'm sure you're still very, very disappointed with that end result.
Yeah, it hurts. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts a lot. Did a lot of things right today. You know, there was a lot of question marks on the strategy going into the race. Yeah, from the position we were in, with the tyres looking like they did, doing a one-stop seemed like a very risky call, and in the end it was right. So yeah, very, very happy with the pace, with the race that I managed to achieve. Just when you finish second, it hurts.
The team had asked you, hey, do you want to try that one stop or not? Do you think in hindsight you should have gone for it, or actually really that tyre was just gone?
In hindsight, yes, but it's, you know, everyone's a legend on Monday after the race, or you know, at the checkered flag. And today, unfortunately, we got it a bit wrong, and you know, myself being a big part of that. You know, we had everything to lose from being in the lead of the race. Charles could try something a bit different. He was going to finish third either way, and yeah, picked the right gamble today. You know, the mediums were getting destroyed, and even the hards on the Red Bull at the start looked pretty dead, and my front left was pretty heavily grained. Just we didn't expect it to clear back up again, which it did. So yeah, painful.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Great drive anyways today, and there's always next race out to try and get that win again. And now we will welcome the winner. Charles, you are the king of Italy right now. I mean, wow, wow, wow. That is just so awesome.
It's an incredible feeling. Actually, I thought that the first time would just feel like this, and then the second time, if there was a second time, wouldn't feel as special. But my God, the emotions in the last few laps, exactly the same like in 2019. Just watching the grandstand inside of the track, which is tricky, but yeah, incredible. I mean, Monaco and Monza are the two races that I want to win every year. Obviously, I want to win as many races as possible and the World Championship as soon as possible, but these are the two most important races of the season, and I managed to win them this year, so it's so special.
I mean, I wish everybody at home could feel the atmosphere here at the moment. You know, it's just off the charts. And could you feel the tifosi carrying you there in the last couple of laps?
Sì, i tifosi siete incredibili, mamma mia. Come dicevo in inglese prima, la prima volta era veramente speciale, il primo anno in Ferrari, in 2019, era stato un sogno per me. Pensavo che se c'era una seconda volta non sarebbe così speciale, perché la prima è sempre più unica, però quello non era vero, è così sempre speciale e questo è grazie a voi con il sostegno, la spinta che ci date tutti i giorni quando veniamo qua. Grazie mille davvero per tutto.
So I'll just translate quickly that, of course, you say the Tifosi are just unbelievable, and the power they give you, is just so special. You brought a lot of upgrades here to the car. It seems to be working really so much better. Do you think you can keep challenging for wins now, even if we go to a different track like Baku next?
I don't know because I think our package was working pretty well on a track like Monza. Whether it will be the same for the rest of the season, I doubt so. I still think McLaren are the favorites, but we have done a step forward, that's for sure. And Baku is a pretty nice track for me. I quite like this track and I've been quite competitive in the past, so who knows, maybe we can achieve something special again there.
So I'm wishing you a spectacular party tonight, and to all the Tifosis as well. I hope you go crazy, you all deserve it, and see you all out next time in Baku.
Grazie mille, grazie davvero, grazie, e forza Ferrari.
Wherever he goes tonight, he's going to be followed en masse by the Tifosi, and there they are. Good time to head for the airport, Martin.
Yeah, let's head to the airport. I'm just taking a photo of the screen out here and how crazy it actually looks. Forget Mamma Mia, this is, oh my goodness. Omi's syncing up in the comms box as well. There he is, we'll get him on the screen. Our host for today has been watching along in the background. Omi, we can see and hear you in vision. What the hell did you make of that one, my friend?
Well, that was definitely not expected. I think we expected McLaren to win that one before we win the strategy for once.
You said you're not that much anymore, more an F1 fan, but as a Ferrari fan and a Leclerc fan, you are deep down still. This has got to be good. This has got to be like oh yes, what a year we're having.
It doesn't really affect me though. I'm not really a Ferrari fan anymore. I'm neutral now, so yeah. But I'm sure the Ferrari fans, I'm sure there's a lot of Ferrari fans though who are very happy.
Well, Omi's going to host us after this. Let's hear from the drivers in the cool-down room now, though.
To 10th place.
And Franco Colapinto finishes his first race in 12th.
Very surprised.
Good effort.
Unlapped.
I was I wasn't that surprised you stayed out, but I was surprised you survived. Because my front left was not looking very good. I mean, it was still going okay, but we were going 8/10 slower, I think? Yeah. And then, yeah, that was tight.
Yeah, it was. I thought I will. If I was locking up, I was destroying him.
Yes.
This is an easy race compared to that.
This is an easy race.
I don't think it is an easy race.
I just heard him say it.
That is the definition of not an easy race. I can't believe what we've just seen. What a Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc, second ever race win here. Oscar Piastri's best ever finish here. Lando Norris equals his best ever, well actually worse, it's not his best finish here. Oh, wow. Right, on to the podium then. Lando Norris finishes in third place. First to third, not the best day for McLaren. They've made a number of errors where they could have changed over. Oscar Piastri finishes in second. But the winner of the Italian Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc. And just listen to the crowd as he comes onto the podium here in Monza. In his honour, we hear the Monegasque national anthem. If you can, that is. Look at the fans!
Oh my goodness.
Thousands of them! And they say F1 is dead.
Do not know who Grand Prix is.
Come on, everyone, you know the words! The Italian national anthem! Just listen to the crowd here on Monza. The Italian national anthem. Ferrari is deep in Italy's veins. The sea of red across the podium. We can barely see as Charles Leclerc lifts the trophy. We have to go to an aerial camera in order to see it. The gold medal now presented to Charles Leclerc. A victorious day that Tifosi will never forget. They always love when a homeboy wins. The Constructors' Trophy to Ferrari. Once again, victorious here. They now level McLaren with most victories at this circuit. McLaren second and third today. Oscar Piastri tried so hard, but Ferrari, the most unreliable car with tyres and strategy, somehow today managed to make them work. Third place goes to Lando Norris. Lost pole position, but gains in the World Championship. McLaren double points. It's all to play for. Here at the greatest podium of all, it's champagne time! Charles Leclerc wins! You can barely hear us over the noise of the Tifosi. This will be a race that lives long in the memory. It changes the championship as well. There is 9 points between Red Bull and McLaren in the Constructors' Championship. There is 68 points between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. 9 and 60. What? 63. Better and all. With 9 to go and 3 sprints. You can't beat this stuff. The Tifosi will roll on this for years. Charles Leclerc and Ferrari are dominant. We started the day with papaya, the colour to beat. The red tide has come, and it's Charles Leclerc winning at Monza. Just listen to that. The entire start-finish straight. The Tifosi are there. The only thing I've got left to say, Forza Ferrari and Forza Charles. The championship is turning. Italy, fantastic. Down to you, Obi.
The atmosphere around Monza, wow, just brilliant. Ferrari have managed to deliver a performance for the Tifosi who expected it when we heard about the Ferrari updates. And well, in the pre-show, I did go off thinking that I said that Ferrari are good on their tyres a bit too much, but now I'm fine with that because they were good on their tyres to make that one-stop work. Brilliant driving from Charles Leclerc. Let's hope this one is for keeps on like Russell's one from Belgium. A phenomenal race and a brilliant atmosphere here at Monza, especially those last 10 laps. So Formula 1's been able to deliver just like Formula 2, just like Formula 3, and it's a huge moment in the championship as well. Well, Josh and Megan, I'll keep you both here as I'm alone.
I'm here.
So I'll ask you a couple of questions then as well. Well, first of all, Ferrari winning at Monza. Seems like Leclerc sacrificed his whole season to win the two special races this year.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. That's fine by me. I mean, if you want to win any races, you're going to want to win your home race and your team's home race. And for driving for Ferrari, to then go and win Monaco, and then in the same year go and win Monza, is just insane. I love it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Another thing that I think it's important to mention, it's Kevin Magnussen. His penalty points are up to 12 now.
You're joking. They actually are.
Yep, so...
That's a race
Oliver
ban.
Behrman, Baku, hello.
So,
well, what's your thoughts on...
Well, that's going to be an automatic race ban then, isn't it, for Kevin Magnussen? Kevin Magnussen, 12 in a 12-month period. Jess sent in. Yeah, it's right. It's just been confirmed. Kevin Magnussen is banned. Behrman's going to have to race in Baku. And, Omi, we know that because Behrman loves Baku in F2. Kevin Magnussen is banned. So you said it during the commentary, actually, Megan, didn't you?
Yeah. Also, Leclerc got driver of the day.
Oh, excellent. Omi, well, wow. And no one's mentioning that he's banned. Jenny Gauss mentioned it, but no one's saying about Magnussen.
Yep, well, he is banned, and Oliver Behrman will most likely be getting the step up. He 100% probably will be getting the step up. We all know it, that he is going to be coming on. Framer will need to find a replacement, but at least they'll have prior notice this time around. Franco Colapinto, so he's already starting to perform pretty well.
He is.
From Williams still.
I've got to go.
We need to see.
Right, Megan's going to disappear. I'll stay with you.
Definitely still need to see a couple more races. Okay, lovely. Yeah, but I think Colapinto for his debut.
I'm just here on my ear, Omi. It's been confirmed. Kevin Magnussen has a one-race ban for Baku. That's confirmed. Thanks, Megan. You can go. Yeah, so Omi, it's confirmed. He's banned. Wow. There's a bit of lag coming through.
Well, this season continues to give. And I think he's had a few let-offs as well in here getting points and this one. So it was always going to happen. So Kevin Magnussen next race, and Oliver Behrman will most likely get the call up. But yeah, fantastic performance from Franco Colapinto today as well. Now Norris in the interview did say that Ferrari had a better car. I personally disagree with that. I think it was mostly due to the amazing strategy. When Ferrari and McLaren were on the same tyres, though, the McLaren had an advantage. It was very little, but I still think that McLaren had the car advantage, but Ferrari just did a brilliant strategy for once, at least.
Yeah, for once, Ferrari actually getting their tyres working and their strategy department working. So that caught me by surprise. McLaren, I think, did have the fastest car today. We sort of saw that in the stints. Red Bull didn't have the fastest car. So what this means is going to Baku, my money's back on the McLarens as well. That's going to be certainly up there. So Behrman, I think, is going to become the first driver since De Vries to race for the same team in... two different teams in one season? Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I think he is going to be, of course, did a brilliant job with Ferrari. Now he's going to be in a slightly slower car, but he has showed that he's got some great skill and talent around Baku. Doing the double, getting pole with a broken steering wheel in Formula 2. That was phenomenal from him 1 year ago as well. But yeah, fantastic Formula 1 race, great atmosphere. McLaren's, they got close. They got very close in the end, but unfortunately, it just was not close enough. And Monza, it is often one of the best weekends as well, and now it's just been elevated due to that Ferrari victory. Formula 3 has the biggest brawl of them all. They have, of course, their season final. Formula 2 also has a good race every year, and it's a stable on the Formula 2 calendar. Porsche as well also does deliver around this circuit and has a chaotic final all the time. And then Formula 1, the atmosphere, the Tifosi make Monza what it is. And once again, this place is absolutely erupted during that race. Deserved for Charles Leclerc, deserved for Ferrari, and Fred Vasseur is going to be celebrating as he's taken Ferrari to the top step of the podium at Monza as well. So congratulations to them. Now, where do you think Franco Colapinto is going to be able to get to in the next couple of races?
P12 today definitely means that he's settled into the car quite quickly. He's already beaten what Sargent could do throughout the season, so he's definitely going to be on the cusp. I reckon we could see first points coming in Baku, and then going into Singapore. It's a circuit where you can sort of use the strategy a bit more and not really rely on qualifying much, and it could be raining as well. So I think Colapinto's going to be in for quite interesting second half of the season. It'll be interesting to see how many points he can actually pick up across the remaining 8 races and 3 sprints.
Yeah, absolutely. One final question before we go to you, Josh, relating with the 2 McLarens. Now, we did see Piastri go absolutely wild at the start of the race, go very bold up against his teammate.
Yeah.
So what do you think McLaren needs to do in the next couple of races? Because Norris is the one challenging Verstappen in the championship. But Piastri basically went around the outside of Norris. It interrupted Norris's momentum, and he lost out to Leclerc as well.
I think this papaya rules that we've heard for the first time today seems to be an indication of you don't battle each other that hard. You follow team orders here. It's pre-planned what they would be. I'm just looking at scenes from the grandstand now, and I'll turn the audio back up so we can hear the background too. But I think in this instance, prioritise the Constructors' Championship, yes, because the gap's only 9 points. But for goodness sake, you've got Max Verstappen vulnerable, and you've got a shot at the drivers and the constructors. You prioritise Lando whenever you can, and I think today they failed to do that.
Yeah, I think today they definitely did fail to do that. All of these little points that Norris is losing could come to bite them when we get to the business end of the season in Abu Dhabi. Well, Josh, it has been, of course, a very exciting round here for Formula 1 at Monza. Once again, you've been battling a little bit of sickness as well.
Touch and go.
But it's just been amazing, and I think that Ferrari win definitely made up for it. So what's your final thoughts as we leave Monza and look ahead to Baku?
I'm definitely looking forward to my pancake. I'm going to have in about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to rest up a bit for IndyCar tonight, followed by NASCAR. Final thoughts, Monza has delivered, hasn't it, this weekend? Great F3, great F2, great Porsche. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was good. Who won the championship, by the way, in Porsche?
10.
No, well, that was going to be, that was Larry, of course he did. Yeah, that was predictable. But it's given us great racing, and the F1 certainly lived up to it. We've had a dramatic day in the championship. Everything's thrown up in the air now. Going into Baku, fast straight line circuit, Red Bull are not good anymore. They're going to be panicking. It's advantage now everybody else in the championship. McLaren can win, Ferrari can win, Mercedes can win. Red Bull haven't won it now in 9 weeks, going on 12 by the time we get to the next race. It's going to be tricky. That's my final thought. Back to you.
Well, thank you very much. Amazing commentary as usual this weekend. You can join us for race 2 at 7:30. 7:45 is when the green flags are out. NASCAR is at 11 o'clock in the night. Plenty of action coming on JBMotorsports as well as we wrap up what has been an amazing weekend. We will be back in 2 weeks' time to see whether Scarlett will shine again, or will it be Papaya who takes top honors back after being beaten here today at the Temple of Speed. Ferrari have done it in their home as well. Let's see whether they can try to do some magic when we head to the chaotic streets of. See you then. Goodbye.